this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Oh, it's Friday. Hallelujah. Feel good about that? Friday? Am I on? Is my
I
microphone
think
on?
that we lost you there for a second. But to answer
great.
your question about Fridays, I love Fridays. They're great because they're close to
My
the weekend.
microphone was like, Friday, I'm out.
Yeah, your
I
microphone's done.
I just saw which one is the high one? The Dow Jones?
What? Yeah, the Dow is
biggest
the
one?
biggest. Yeah.
I just saw it's at 59 and change. Or 51.
51. Well, just hit 51. It's
51.
hovering.
59.84.
Yeah.
That would be a new high, right?
I think so.
Well, Dow Jones is happy it's Friday. When the president comes out in the morning and is like, got a deal pretty much, we're like 98% there, going to go to the sit room and discuss some things. And people are like, why do you have to do that in the Situation Room? Well, there's a lot of ways that they can communicate with people around the world in an instant. Talk to people wherever. I heard Peter Ducey explaining this. Like, why go to the Situation Room when you could really make these types of decisions from the Oval Office? As long as the press isn't there, Ducey was saying, it's a secure room. But as long as the press isn't in the room at the time. And he said, but when you're in the Situation Room, you just have so much more connection to people. If you want to bring other people, they could talk to J.D. Vance in an instant if they're going to communicate things and want to loop him in. And one of the things that Peter Ducey said, there's also a room right off the Situation Room that has a lot of food and snacks. That was one of the things that Ducey listed as a reason to go to the Situation Room to make these types of big decisions. Snacks.
Look, if I'm negotiating, whether it be for 10 minutes or 10 hours, I'm going to want a couple of Nutter Butters.
You don't want to be famished.
No, I do not.
You can't be making these types of decisions with a rumbly tumbly.
I need chai, and I need snacks,
That is not what Trump wants.
and I need
Beef
jerky.
Trump is not going, I need a chai.
You're probably right. He eats McDonald's. He eats whatever his chef prepares for him because, as they noted in China, his own chef had to prepare all of his food.
Of course.
That's the way you got to do it if you're the president of the United States, especially Trump.
If people are trying to get you one way or the other
Constantly.
in your own country, let alone in your greatest adversary.
Right.
How would you trust anything if you were Trump?
I don't know. It's weird. Of all the things to think about when you wake up in the morning, I woke up today thinking,
Now, what did you worry about when you woke up this morning, Ryan Williams?
well, if I were the president, I would be constantly worried about poison. And apparently, that's an issue.
Incapacitated, worried about it. Wouldn't
Maybe,
be able
yeah.
to function.
I mean, that would be on your mind all the time.
Yeah. And I'd be side-eyeing everybody.
Yep.
You trying to get me?
Yeah.
If you get a little sick, you just assume that it's the worst. I will say that I've seen at some of the White House events that are taking place, Melania will be at his side. And I just think, when I look at her, I'm like, she's got to be thinking the same thing too. Like, I'm probably not safe here. I'm as safe as I can be. But there are people who are literally gunning for me, for us, whatever. And then just this past weekend, did you see there was more shots at the White House while you were laid up in the hospital?
I did see that.
And it's some psychopath who is mentally deranged, as aren't they all mentally deranged? They ended up shooting him and neutralizing him. He died at the hospital. But if you're at the White House, if you've ever visited the outside of the White House where you can just walk by, they're showing a picture of the White House right now on Fox News. You can just walk by the fence there and look in and you can see the White House. And somebody was out there spraying bullets towards the White House. And there is Secret Service everywhere to be seen, but there's probably, twice as many, 5 times as many people walking around in plain clothes, keeping the place safe. So they shot him, they put him down. But if you're outside and you're walking around talking to the press or whatever it might be, there you go. I mean, it's just, it's a very, very nerve-wracking thing to watch. I can't imagine what it's like to have to pay attention to your day-to-day like that, like the Trumps will, always for the rest of their lives.
Always.
Because even after President Trump gets done with his second or third or whatever term, he'd still be a trophy for people who hate him. And Iran, which is the story of the day right now, Iran is in some sort of negotiations. The headline on Fox, guys, every day, I'm like, I'm not going to do this every day. And then every day, instead of doing that, I talk about the fact that I'm not going to do that, which is a self-fulfilling prophecy that I'm not really that happy to be a part of. Trump enters Situation Room to make final determination on Iran. Here's the Fox News headline here. President Donald Trump said Friday that he's heading to the Situation Room to make a final determination on the next steps with Iran. Iran must agree that they will never have a nuclear weapon or bomb. That's not new information, right? That's been day one. No nuclear bomb for Iran, not now, not ever. The Hormuz Strait must be immediately open, no tolls, for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions. All water mines, bombs, if any, will be terminated. We have removed through detonation numerous such mines with our great underwater minesweepers. Iran must complete the immediate removal and or detonation of any mines that are left, which will not be many. That was a Truth Social post from President Trump today. He went on to say, ships caught in the strait due to our amazing and unprecedented naval blockade, which will now be lifted, may start the process of heading home. But he has heading home in apostrophes.
Quotes?
Actually, it would be in quotes because they're quoting him, so the internal quotes look like apostrophes. But that's just a little grammar. Side note. Say hello to your wives, husbands, parents, and families from me, your favorite president. That's what Donald Trump said today on Truth Social. That's got to drive some people crazy. Probably the Iranians.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding this back because be or not to be, I've got a story that does address this sort of back and forth with Iran, and it's one of the better ones.
Is it a B or not the B?
It's a B.
Oh, you're just spoiling it?
I'm telling you right now.
You're not supposed to tell me.
But I'm telling you that also that...
That's like going, what'd you get me for Christmas? And you're like, $100. And I'm like, well, don't tell me.
Yeah, but it's a really good one. And
no, you'll have to wait.
It's I'll just read it right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, that's the worst tease in radio. The be or not to be, 12:47 p.m. right here. Let me tell you everything we're going to say. Trump went on to say the enriched material, sometimes referred to as nuclear dust, which is buried deep underground with virtually collapsed mountains caused by our powerful B-2 bomber attack 11 months ago, sitting on top of it, will be unearthed by the United States, which, it is agreed, is the only country, along with China, it's an interesting interjection there, with the mechanical capability of doing so in close coordination with and conjunction with the Islamic Republic of Iran, plus the International Atomic Energy Agency, and destroyed. No money will be exchanged until further notice. Other items of far less importance have been agreed to. I will be meeting now in the Situation Room to make a final determination. And Fox News reports right now that he is still in the Situation Room. So it is very possible that during the show today, there might be some sort of breaking news or revelation. But I assure you, if it's not during our show and it's during the Mark Reardon show this afternoon, which follows our show, we will be certain to cover it and be on top of it as it happens. I wonder if they're in the Situation Room right now discussing the $250 bill.
I doubt it.
You think? He's like, let's get around. Let's get down to business, guys, while everybody's here.
I don't understand. I guess you need an agreement with Iran because you need something to point back to once they break it. Because they're going to break it. So I guess you have to just have that to say, look, we had this agreement. Here it is. You broke it. Now here's the consequences. Mm. I don't really know why else you would have this. Because
have what?
An agreement with them at all.
To me, it's more about there's two things at stake here. The first is the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, which all of this is to say the reason why the stock market's doing bonkers today is because President Trump said this morning that the strait is open as of now. Mm-hmm. And the blockade is working, done as of now.
Yeah.
And then the nuclear dust, that's something that's probably going to be ironed out over time. I mean, that's not going to just get sucked up. It's not like you just go in there with a Spaceballs vacuum lady. She's gone from, well, I'm not going to say that on air. It is a quote from the movie.
Some one thing to blow.
It's just Spaceballs. It's an old movie. It's totally naturally pure and innocent. At least it was. It's funny to go back and watch those movies as an adult and go, oh.
I think even when I was a kid and I heard that line, I'd say,
Or maybe you kind of know that
there's something here.
This is for maybe above my pay grade, but I'm knocking on the door of the space, and I'm a little curious about that. President Trump it has been thrown out there that President Trump will be on the $250 bill commemorating the Semiquincentennial. Is that the right way to say it?
Semiquincentennial.
That's not what Google.
I didn't even say it right.
That's not what Google says. I Googled it.
Okay.
I Googled what you call it, and then I took the word, and then I just Googled the word. And if you Google Semiquincentennial, it puts up this whole like fireworks thing on Google. It's like a information page. I'm surprised that Google agreed to that. Anyway, there's discussion that he might be in the $250 bill, but there's some obstacles that might be in the way of that.
Dr. Besson?
Yep.
How long until we see your signature next to President Trump's face on a $250 bill?
Well, again, as Treasury Secretary, I have 2 mandates for U.S. currency. At present, no living person can be on U.S. currency, and the currency must say, "In God we trust." So right now there is proposed legislation in front of the House, in front of the Senate, to change the first requirement so that a living person, Donald J. Trump, could be on the $250 bill. So it's all in the hands of the, it's all up on Capitol Hill. So at Treasury, we prepare things in advance, so we have prepared in advance that if the legislation is passed, but we will stick to the law.
So there you had, he said at the beginning of the press conference yesterday that he just got an honorary degree. So he said, basically, you'd be more likely to be called on if you referred to him as Dr. Besson, which is just more levity from that guy. I think he's so funny. But you can't be alive and be put on a dollar bill or on currency. So they're going to propose legislation on that. I assume that you could get a majority of the House to pass it. There's no way that gets past the filibuster in the Senate.
I think we keep the law the way it is. $250 bill goes to Jimmy Carter.
Oh, God.
Call me crazy.
And just say this is a $250 bill. Used to be worth $500.
And then all the rappers could be like dropping Carters and stuff like that in their songs. I think it sounds pretty good, Annie.
You know there are Carter rappers, right?
I don't know what that means.
Isn't Beyonce a Carter? Isn't Jay-Z a Carter?
Is that their last name?
It's not Z.
I didn't know.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Who do we have coming up next here on the show, Brad?
This is Captain Philip Rochon. He is the public affairs officer for the Canadian, they call it the Canadian Forces Snowbirds because it's pilots from all over the Canadian Forces, not just their Air Force. And it is their demonstration team, basically their version of the Blue Angels.
So we're going to have, they are going to be in the Spirit of St. Louis Air Show, which is coming up June 6th and 7th. You can get tickets at spirit-airshow.com. If you've been around the show for quite a while, then you might know that I flew with the Blue Angels. That wasn't last year, right? That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years now.
Incredible experience to fly with the Blue Angels. I got to do all of the maneuvers in a Super Hornet, an F/A-18 Super Hornet. I did all of the maneuvers that the Blue Angels do in the show, but not inches away from other F/A-18s. But wow, you can check out that video of me flying with the Blue Angels on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. But while you're there, see our live broadcast. And you'll see this poll question right there in the live broadcast, live chat section. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? Nailed it that time. Yes or no? YouTube.com/@AnnieFrey. And you can text us your thoughts at 314-241-9797. We'll be back with Captain Phil Rochon next. Don't go away. Stuart's American Mortgage and the Bagel Loan. Been talking about it with you for a while. I'm a 2-time customer of the Bagel Loan myself with refinances. The first time just to lock in a much lower rate. The second time I locked in another lower rate and I did a cash out refinance to put a new deck on the back of my house. If you are looking for an opportunity to refinance but not have to pay out thousands of dollars to get that new mortgage that gets you the cash out or that maybe lowers your rate, the Bagel Loan's a great way to do it because you don't pay any closing costs. But right now, Stewie has an opportunity for you if you're purchasing a new home. If you're getting a 30-year loan on a new home purchase, he will give you a 1-year 1% discount on the rate that you get. For that first year, you can lock that in. Plus, you can use the Bagel Loan while you go through that process. There are a lot of great lenders out of there, a lot of great people who do this, but make sure that before you pick your lender, you get a second opinion with Stewie or just go straight to him. 314-324-4440. Google the Bagel Loan, NMLS number 226715.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Rhino Shield is engineered to outlast paint by a lot, backed with our 25-year transferable warranty. Paint a house, shield a home. We do brick, block, stucco, asbestos, steel, aluminum, cedar, and more. We are the only coating company selected by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where all 3 episodes concentrate on unpainted brick. If you maintain or own a business with a tired-looking building, you owe it to yourself to look at Rhino Shield and our beautifully durable color schemes. Evaluations are free. We're making buildings pop and be noticed again, from Champaign to the Lake of the Ozarks, exceeding expectations every day with our products, people, and performance. Now is the time to call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or go to 877-25rhino.com and see how honest and transparent we really are. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The Annie Frey Show is St. Louis conservative.
Welcome back. We're excited to have you here with us on the Annie Frey Show. Something really, really exciting is happening in about a week from now on June 6th, June 7th, Saturday and Sunday. It's the Spirit of St. Louis Air Show. And you might remember a couple years ago, I was invited to fly with the Blue Angels when we had the air show here a couple years ago. And the experience is, a top 3 life experience, save the births of my children. It's incredible to go up in the sky and participate from that first person point of view that I got to. And when you go to the air show, of course, a lot of people, there's a draw there for the Blue Angels, and they're going to be back at the air show on June 6th and 7th. But there are also a ton. Oh my gosh, going to the air show after I flew, I had never been to an air show before. I was in an air show before I went to an air show. And all of the other opportunities to see these different aircraft, they just one after the other blows your mind. And we're really excited to welcome Captain Phil Rochon onto the show with us, a member of the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, public affairs officer. It is so great to have you on the show with us, Captain. Thank you for joining us, for your time today. We appreciate the opportunity to speak with you.
I think we just lost connection with him.
Okay. Well, we'll reconnect with him. And,
Yep, he's working on that right now.
Okay. Ryan, have you ever been to an air show before?
So when I was a kid, I went to one, and I just remember thinking, and I mean young kid, I remember thinking, wow, that was really loud.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you do. If you go, get ear protection. Certainly.
That is my only memory of it, because I remember seeing the planes and thinking, wow, this is really neat. But it was the memory of everybody telling me how cool it was that I remember more than anything.
Yeah. So you're like, you kind of take their word for it. It is very loud, as it would be.
Yeah. I used to cry at parades, though.
Because you were sad?
No, because they were loud. The fire trucks and stuff would go off.
Are you sensitive? Are you okay? Being at the air show the last time was... There were just so many things that I saw that you see them and you're like, I didn't even know this stuff existed. Watching the Raptor, which was my fave, it moves in the air like a boat that skids through water, is the best way that I can describe it. You think that an aircraft is going to fly from point A to point B, and there might be some maneuvers and do a barrel roll, that type of stuff that happens in order to change directions in different places, but the best way that I can describe what that plane did was zoom through the air, and then if it wanted to turn, it would like skid and it would rotate. It didn't have to always keep going forward. How do you do that? It's like put it in reverse, Jerry.
Is it? Wait a minute. Can the planes, quote unquote, stand up and go through the air like that? Like
they just hover. What's happening?
So, like, when you see a dog on its hind legs and you're like, that's unnatural, that's what you're looking at with the plane?
I mean, I was thinking more of a boat and water, but everybody can have their own analogy.
I'm thinking about a dog in a tutu.
Yeah?
Standing on its hind legs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's looking for a hot dog somewhere in the air.
And then there's this other, I'm cutting you off.
Okay.
It's enough. There's this other guy at the air show that he does kind of trick shots and stuff like that. Like, can you do trick shots with... airplanes? You sure as shoot can. And I thought, okay, this is gonna be something that's a little hokey for the crowd, and all right. And I was like cheering this guy on in a plane. Skip Stewart, they have a tape on the runway. This is at the this is at the Chesterfield Airport. All of this takes, you go walk out on the airport. You're walking through the grass where the runways are. And Skip Stewart's out there, and he's flying through and cutting tape that's like 8 feet off the ground. I was worried for him. He did a great job, and he's coming back this year, so he's, I guess, continued to. There haven't been any problems there. It's just incredible. Every single act that they bring in here, it's just something you've never seen before, and it's such an experience to take the family to. So go to spirit-airshow.com to get your tickets right now. I think we've got Captain Phil Rochon on with us, Canadian Forces Snowbirds Public Affairs Officer. Captain, thank you for being here with us. It's great to have you on the show. Can you hear us okay? It looks like we're not.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We got you. So you're coming to Chesterfield. You're coming to St. Louis. The Canadian Forces Snowbirds are going to be here, and it's going to be part of an amazing show. And when I was talking to Mark Sutherland, who helps put this thing together, and they were getting ready to like sign on the dotted line to get you guys, he was so excited to have the Canadian Forces Snowbirds in town. So we are excited to have you here on the show. Tell us a little bit about the organization, the force that you work with. All right.
So yeah,
we're
we're basically the Canadian version of the Blue Angels. So basically we fly 9 aircraft. So we're all pilots and members of the Canadian Armed Forces. And yeah, we're excited to come down to St. Louis and put 9 CT-114 Tudors in the sky and show really what our aerial ballet can be.
I think we're going to have to reconnect with him. Maybe we can get him on the phone. That might be best. Captain, we're going to call you and get you on here in just a minute. We're going to take a quick break here on the Annie Frey Show. The YouTube poll here, do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial, yes or no? Some people think it's crazy. Some people think it's great. Some people may not even care. But go vote in the YouTube poll. We'll reconnect here with Captain in just a minute. All right, we got a different event in Chesterfield coming up here at the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield. I'd love to see it. You got to reserve your spot just so that we can prepare for you. It's a Protecting Your Retirement educational event, and I'll be there at 6. The event officially starts at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday, June 16th at the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield at 6:30 p.m. If you're nearing retirement, if you're already retired and wondering how to turn your 401k or IRA into a worry-free retirement, this is the event for you. Bring your spouse, bring your friend, bring your brother, your sister, whatever. Come for, it's like a 45-minute evening. There are snacks. You're going to be out of there before probably 7:30 at the latest. And you're just going to learn how to transition, that transitionary period between where you are right now working at the end of your career, hopefully, and can I make the move? Can I do the retirement? Can I have enough money that's going to last me the rest of my lifetime and enjoy retirement to the fullest? Call at 314-993-9494, retirementkey.com.
A lot of abuse, and it protects you and your family, and it's time to show it some love. Mark Cox here, recommending my friend Curtis Carrell and the Carrell Roofing Company to come over and give you a free roof inspection. If you haven't had this done, this is the time. They are getting roofs approved for insurance claims because of the recent hailstorms. You know, if you haven't had your roof inspected in the last 5 years or so, you need to let Curtis get up there and look for leaks and damage. They've had hail this spring that has caused damage to roofs. Any hail over an inch to an inch and a half can cause that. At Carrell Roofing, they will not overcommit. They pay attention to detail. They did a great job on my roof, and I've got a lot of good friends who've hired Carrell Roofing and bragged to me about what a great job they did. Just call them at 314-222-9529. Order your roof inspection today and tell them Mark Cox sent you. It's CarrellRoofingCo.com.
It's a Friday. We're asking you kind of a fun question today in the YouTube live chat poll. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? Yes? I got it right, too. That's a yes or no question, but there's a lot of words in it, so you might want to consider that. There's a lot of words in that, and they're long words. So take your time in voting in the poll today. Read it through very carefully. Let us know. 1231, this time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
For details and a list of all station contest rules, visit www.971talk.com/rules. Real talk, today's issues. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
All right, welcome back. We're going to do this one more time here. Looking forward to our conversation with Captain Phil Rochon, the Canadian Forces Snowbirds Public Affairs Officer. Captain, I am so sorry for all of this technical issue. We're glad to have you on the show with us.
No worries. I think my internet connection on this side might be a bit wonky, so
that's all right.
It's great to get a chance to talk to you.
So let's talk about the Canadian Forces Snowbirds. Let's talk about what you guys bring to this Spirit of St. Louis Air Show that's going to be taking place not this weekend, but the next, June 6th and 7th. There are some tickets available, spirit-airshow.com. People are going to come to experience a whole bunch of different events at this air show, but one of them is going to be the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, and I know a lot of people are very excited to see it.
Yeah, we're super excited to get down there. It's actually going to be our first full air show of the year, so we're looking forward to getting down there and showing what we do. So we're the Canadian military's version of the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds. I know you had a chance to fly with them before. So we operate a slightly slower jet, slightly smaller, but we put 9 aircraft in the sky, and our goal is to have an aircraft in front of the crowd the entire time we're airborne for our time.
That is so cool. So you said there's a similar contingency there with the Thunderbirds, with the Blue Angels. Talk to me about the makeup of the Snowbirds. What kind of planes are you flying? How many are there? What kind of maneuvers do you do?
So we fly 9 CT-114 Tudor, and we describe it in our narration as a classic sports car of the air. So they were the original primary jet trainer for the Canadian Forces, for the Royal Canadian Air Force, and we used them from 1960 till about the year 2000, when we transitioned to a newer model. And we've been flying the same aircraft for 55 years now, and we put 9 up in the air for our show. So there'll be 9 in formation. And we do everything. We do one of our signature maneuvers is actually what's called a 9-plane line abreast roll. So they'll actually have the 9 planes in a straight line, and they'll be able to roll it. So it's an amazing show. It's about 30 minutes of nonstop action in front of the crowd. We're a bit slower, a bit less noisy than the U.S. jet teams, but what we do, what we make up in sound is we make up in choreography.
Cool.
Captain, this is Ryan Wiggins, Annie's co-host. It sounds like you guys have a good relationship with the American military.
We do. Like the Canadian military and the U.S. military, we operate jointly. For example, myself, I'm a member of the Canadian Army. I'm working with the Air Force as the public affairs officer, but I've deployed to Afghanistan. I've worked with the U.S. Army, the U.S. Navy, and within the Royal Canadian Air Force, we're key partners with NORAD and NATO. So on the team perspective, we have a great working relationship with our friends from the Blue Angels, from the Thunderbirds, and all of our allied air demonstration teams around the world. So we're super happy to be able to see our friends from the Blue Angels again this year.
Well, one thing, we're speaking with Captain Rochon of the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, is we all marvel when we go to these air shows at the planes and the capability of what the plane can do. But it's so important to understand that there are men and women making these planes do the things that they do. What can you tell us about the crew?
So, yeah, we fly with our team is comprised of 11 pilots. So we have 9 flying in the formation. So we call them our single digits. And they all have their positions starting with our team lead, Major Matt Hatta, who is Snowbird 1. Snowbird 10 and 11, those are our advanced and safety pilots. So they'll be doing the narration and making sure that the team's flying safely during our performance. On the ground, we have about the remaining members of the team, about 26 in total, are all made up of our aviation systems technicians, our avionics systems technicians, and our aircraft structures technicians, who are also some of the most important people because they do our aircraft light support equipment, so our parachutes and our helmets for the team. So we're a small but mighty team, and everyone's super excited to be down there, and we all work as one big happy family.
Well, it's incredible, and we're excited to see it. I'm going to try to get out there on June 6th on Saturday to take in the whole air show. Will you guys be there both days?
We're flying there both days, so we're super excited to be able to get up there.
All right. Well, we're going to welcome you to St. Louis. Eat some toasted ravioli while you're here. If you've never heard of it, trust me, it's good. And safe flying, and thank you so much for what you do in service to your country in partnership with ours. We're grateful for it, and we cannot wait to welcome the Canadian Forces Snowbirds to the Spirit of St. Louis Air Show. It's going to be great.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye. Captain Phil Rochon, he is the public affairs officer with the Canadian Forces Snowbirds. I'm super pumped to go to this air show again. I'm hoping that I can stay for the whole thing. I'm not 100% sure. Might be some obligations that I have to fulfill later in the day, but it's just an incredible experience to take in, and it's you can't, there's no substitute for it. It's like when you go there, you're like, I've never seen anything like that with my own eyes before.
Well, what I heard this year, and maybe they're usually like this, and I just didn't understand that until now, but I always think, okay, well, you have the air show, but then what else do you do while you're there? Well, it's like a festival. Mm-hmm. There's lots of booths and food and
exposés and
stuff, especially stuff for kids, that like to activity kind of stuff if you're taking your kids. Stuff that I didn't know that they really did all that with an air show.
Yeah, it's very STEM forward. So there's a lot of things that you can touch. You can walk through planes, good food, good experiences all together. And it's just kind of a pleasant place to be while you're out there. It's pretty incredible. So that's June 6th and June 7th. Tickets are still available if you want to go to spirit-airshow.com. Snatch them up before they're gone. They do this every couple years, and 2 years ago they sold out. So people were clamoring online. I saw at the days leading up to the air show to try to secure tickets. So go ahead and get them. And I believe here, let me make sure that this is correct before I actually say so. I think that kids 12 and under are free. Kids 12 and under free. So, yep, just go to spirit-airshow.com and get those tickets right now. Bring the kids and bring ear protection. I promise you'll be glad that you did. I bring my ear protection that I use at the gun range, because then you can still hear other things around you, but just not be obliterated by these incredible engines on these incredible planes. All right, we're going to break here real quick. Very, very exciting Wiggins America Be or Not the Be coming up. We've been talking about it.
We've been talking about it all hour.
Yeah.
It's going to be great, you guys.
If you say so, I'll be here.
You'll be here for it?
They won't let me leave.
Yeah, that's great to know.
I've tried to leave during this segment before, and I'm not allowed. Wiggins America, Be or Not the Be next.
Hey, St. Louis, this is Brian Kilmeade. You know, I always have a great time when I visit you guys, and I'm coming back this November. So join me, Brian Kilmeade, by getting tickets for the show at The Factory at 971talk.com/events.
License number GL250000615.
Hey, Dad, what causes drains to clog?
Grease, hair, soap scum, and tree roots.
Tree roots?
This town has old pipes and big trees. They find each other.
They grow inside pipes?
They bust into pipes.
Whoa.
Once they're in, the water stops flowing.
Can we fix it?
The big green grasser machine can fix any clog.
Green is always grasser at grasserhomeservices.com.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Just give me the light.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Finally got to connect there with the Captain Phil Rochon of the Canadian Forces Snowbirds. Get your tickets to the air show at spirit-airshow.com. You will not regret this opportunity. Before we get to Be or Not the Be, there's a story here that's going to really blow your minds, guys. I know you're not going to believe this at all. I wanted to tell the story. I wanted to bring attention to the story because it's out of Illinois. Listen, okay. Have you heard about... What's this lady's name? Illinois Alderman Sylvia Sims Bolton.
I don't
heard
think
that
so.
name?
Nope.
Illinois GOP chairman Bob Grogan. Illinois GOP has a new chairman, by the way. They elected somebody new. Is calling on Democratic Waukegan city official to resign. A city official after prosecutors said she submitted her dead mother's vote by mail ballot. She's a Waukegan city official.
No. She shouldn't have done that. You can't do that.
A case conservatives say exposes broader concerns about mail-in voting and voter roll safeguards, even though the ballot was caught before it was counted. Fox News reports a Waukegan, Illinois alderman, Sylvia Sims Bolton. She turned herself in. She's upstanding. Turned herself in on Wednesday after prosecutors said she submitted her dead mother's vote-by-mail ballot during a March primary election. For a March primary election, which has resulted in 2 charges, including 1 Class 4 felony. According to the Office of the State's Attorney in Lake County, Illinois, a vote-by-mail ballot from Mary Sims, Bolton's late mother, was issued in the first tranche of ballots to go out from the Lake County Clerk's office in February. Just days later, however, the same office processed the cancellation of Mary Sims' voter registration after receiving notification of her passing. from the Illinois Department of Public Health via the State Board of Elections voter registration system. Is this proof that Illinois city officials, state officials, government officials are cheaters, frauds, and crooks? Or is it a proof that the system works because they caught her?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's what the left's going to say.
That's a good question. Look, put aside the whole political football of election integrity. Go pre-2019 if you want to. That right there, that issue of being able to vote for somebody in your house, that's always been a problem with mail-in ballots.
Especially in nursing homes.
Yeah. It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. And everybody knows that that's an easy thing to do.
Alex Schemmel on Fox News wrote, after the ballot was dropped by Bolton at an official ballot drop box, it went through the county's established security and verification protocols, which flagged that the voter's death record was processed prior to the ballot being submitted and ultimately spurred the sheriff's office investigation leading to the charges against Bolton. If I were a conspiratorial person, I would say that the Democrats did this, set this person up to catch her to prove that there isn't fraud in the state of Illinois.
Ooh, I like how deep you're going on this.
There is we just found out earlier this week that Trump made that executive order on election integrity, and there is a demand for voter rolls from all the states so that they can be audited. And now Illinois is like, we're ahead of the game, man. Some of these states around us could really. You want to look at our process and just see how we do things?
Check out Waukegan.
Minnesota's like, we'll take a look.
Yeah, Minnesota is really interested in stopping fraud.
Yeah. A dead person voting that you're actually aware that they're dead is the easiest voter fraud to find. It's like somebody leaning over the cash register and grabbing the cash out of the till, Grogan told Fox News Digital. But the complicated stuff, the behind-the-scenes stuff, that's something that is harder to find. This is a one-off incident, and if fraudsters do it right, it could be many, many more votes like this. So, do you feel more confident in the Illinois election system today than you did yesterday?
I feel confident in local people knowing that their neighbors have died. That's ultimately how this stuff happens, because you go, wait a minute, I heard that old so-and-so's mom had passed away, and then they double-check it.
Yeah, let's go.
Wiggins! Oh! Wiggins!
The bee or not the bee?
All right. These are stories that are either from the Babylon Bee, which would make them fake, or they are real stories. The idea is that it's sometimes kind of confusing. And I'm going to read the headline. You got to tell me whether you think it's real or fake. First one, conservative too exhausted to form opinion on Thomas Massie.
That's real. That is me.
That's why I led with it.
Yawn. Is he exhausting to you?
Yeah, he is exhausting to me. Because there are times that I'm like, yeah, dude, go for it. Fight the power.
You were a big Massie fan.
I used to like him a lot, but you know what really changed my mind on Massie? Dan Bongino.
Massie? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said something about him behind the scenes. He goes, look, he was out there yelling about something. I think it probably had to do with Epstein, but I'm not.
No, it was the Epstein
was
files.
It?
He was trying to expose the Epstein files, release everything. And then?
Bongino, deputy director of the FBI, went to Massie and said, look, we will give you all of what you're asking for, whatever you want. And Massie said no. He actually didn't even return his call.
Never contacted him.
And Bongino said, look, if you're really looking for the truth, then you talk to us, and maybe you do want to still make it public, fine. But you at least talk to the people who have the information. You don't just grandstand. And that unless you're just there to grandstand. Which really changed my mind about him, because I thought he was not that kind of guy.
Still believe in the Massie cause, though, the original one.
Well,
the debt and the deficit.
The fiscal part, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
The reason why Massie has the following that he has is because he is the fiscal hawk in the House for now.
There are a lot of people, though, in the House that do it, I think, even better than him at this point. And Chip Roy was one of them. He's gone now, too. All right, yeah, this story is the B, though. Conservative too exhausted to form opinion on Thomas Massie. It says local conservative Brady Jones admitted to friends this week that he was just too tired of political drama to have an opinion about whatever's going on with Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie. Reports surfaced this week this was a couple weeks ago, implicating Massie in an extramarital affair or something of the sort, Jones reported. I'm not sure what it was, but I know some people are mad and other people are mad at the mad people. There's just too much to care about right now.
Let's just keep keep that paragraph for basically all the stories.
Yeah, you can apply it to a lot. All right, that's the first one. Here's the second one. Quote, Jesus never said you can't do this, shouts James Tallarico while drop-kicking Labradoodle.
This is really the B.
Yeah, this is the B.
Is the Tallarico story, is he going to crash and burn? Are there enough people who've left California, the blue states that have flocked to a free state in Texas, and they're like, yeah, Tallarico's kind of my guy.
He says too much goofy stuff
Super goofy.
about Jesus.
He's like the love child of Tim Walz and Beto O'Rourke. It's super weird.
He's got a really far left. See, most of the people on the super far left, they don't really have a theological opinion on a lot of these nuanced issues. He does.
Like
they're
the
just
gender
nuts.
of God.
Yeah, like they're just so crazy. But anyway, this article says, when several locals approached Tallarico to tell him to stop, Tallarico held out a Bible and challenged them to find a verse prohibiting the drop-kicking of Labradoodles. Quote, on the subject of drop-kicking Labradoodles, Jesus is completely silent, said Tallarico, booting the dog several feet in the air.
Oh, no.
Quote, I am therefore permitted to kick the absolute crap out of this dog if I feel like it.
Poor Labradoodle.
And boy, do I feel like it. And no one, including the government, can stop me. That is a fake news story, just to be clear.
For the record. If you weren't sure, we put the music behind it just for the extra touch.
Right. All right, tell me
flair.
whether this one is real or fake. Boston mayor sponsors menstrual equity event.
Oh, I believe that. Is that Boston mayor is a woman?
Yeah, is it Michelle Wu?
Yeah, she's a real one. This is a real story.
It is a real story. Yeah, Boston mayor sponsors menstrual equity event is a real story. The event involves, quote,
You know what the menstrual equity that women want? They just want men to have to suffer for 3 days every month just so that they get it.
We do suffer those 3 days.
He didn't take the pitch.
No, you don't. Not the same. Not the same.
Well, I'm glad, though, that there are events like this to help us understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It's really about clarity and understanding and empathy and acceptance, not just tolerance.
That's what this is about.
You're not supposed to just tolerate her for those days.
FYI, I am going to Boston this weekend.
For this?
Unrelated.
I don't believe you.
The event involves, quote, free period underwear.
Mm-hmm. Will you bring me some?
I'm not going. I'm just going to Boston if I happen to
Yes,
cross
I know.
paths.
I'll play along, but can you bring me some?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
And a, quote,
You should
consciousness.
ask Brad and Ethan, too. This is for everybody.
Do you guys want to go to Boston this weekend, catch a Celtics game?
Sure.
For end period underwear.
Why are we going to watch the Celtics?
Because we're just going to Boston to do Boston stuff.
Are they in the championship? With
I don't
the
even know. I don't think they're playing right now.
The Celtics is a junior high.
We just want to see the Garden.
Catholic school team.
Go to the Garden, Harvard Yard.
Yeah, we just want to see the Garden.
Check out the USS Constitution.
Part of this event includes a, quote, consciousness-raising discussion for menstrual equality.
Women are raising the consciousness level of their menstruation all the time.
Are they?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we talk about that a lot.
Do you want to? Let's raise some awareness right now, Ryan.
I mean, if you have things you need to say, I'm not going to stop you.
You probably wouldn't.
I don't know what I would do at all.
Be a bad idea.
Yes, it would.
You don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. I'm trying to come up with a joke.
I've never seen you just go, I got nothing. Ever.
I got a joke, but I don't know if it's appropriate.
You want to tell me off the air?
No, I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
We've become so close on this show.
Yeah.
That all three of us, Brad, Annie, and Ryan, we all cycle together.
I believe that, honestly. That actually makes some things make sense.
So there's a few days out of the month every year I don't know what I'm talking about.
See, you need awareness.
I need consciousness-raising discussion for menstrual equality.
Ryan is on assignment in Boston learning about menstrual equality.
From afar. I'm just going to listen. I'm not going to participate, covering it.
You're just
for the show.
You're just menstrual curious.
That's what I'll say too. No, I don't have a menstrual cycle. I'm menstrual curious. Can I get a free pair of those period underwear? No,
just for
science.
For a friend.
Get a report on it for Camo X.
Exactly.
All right. White House announces Iran deal completely done except for all the important parts.
That is the story of the year.
That's the story. That's the one I was teasing
Yes.
at 12:05.
B.
This is the B. President Trump ordered a new wave of military strikes this week and threatened the remaining leaders of the Iranian regime with severe consequences, but administration officials again stressed that a peace agreement was entirely finished except for the parts of the deal that relate to peace and an agreement. Quote, we've agreed on everything except for the peace part
It's funny because
and everything else.
Trump's message today on True Social was like, we've agreed on a lot of less important things.
Yeah.
That was like, they're too beneath the True Social characters to dedicate to them.
Right.
So take my word on that, which
Yes.
I do. I'm fine with it.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio said, quote, essentially both sides have agreed that there is a framework of an agreement, so basically it's completely finished except for the part that we haven't started to talk about at all.
The non-bombing Strait of Hormuz and the nuclear dust.
Right.
Nuclear dust in and of itself, I don't want to say that it's propaganda, but it's definitely a choice. Calling
Nuclear
it
dust?
nuclear dust.
I don't even know what it is. It just creates a nice picture in my head.
Like pixie dust.
Yeah, kind of like pixie dust.
It's like
Except
sparkling. It's glowing.
Going to give you cancer. All right, the next story has to do with the last week of news. It says China visit off to a rough start after Trump demands to negotiate directly with General Tso.
Oh, no. See?
Yeah, this is the B. This didn't actually happen. The Chinese delegation attempted to redirect talks to trade, energy, and Iran, but to no avail. Sources in the Chinese camp say that Xi considered wearing a wig and introducing himself as General Tso, but ultimately felt that the ruse was too high risk. Quote, whenever you locate your general, tell him I've got a fortune cookie for him, declared Trump. It says, you will soon find the little island nation you want is all covered with F-35s.
Oh, no. Man. All right. How long have you been holding on to some of those?
That was just from last week.
A minute?
Yeah, a minute.
A minute. All right. Well, we're going to break here in just a second. That YouTube live chat poll, do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? Yes or no? We'd love to have your text messages on this. We have the most fun with text messages. Also, I want to put this out right now because a couple weeks ago, I wasn't here last Friday, but a couple weeks ago, we had a great Ask Us Anything from the listeners on the text line.
Yeah, it was all
It was
questions.
one of our favorites. So if you have an AMA for us, ask me anything, capitalize AMA at the beginning of your text, and then ask us anything, and we'll do those in the 2 o'clock hour. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? 314-241-9797. Any texts?
Yes, for President Trump on the $250 bill. Glad no one thought of that when Biden was in office.
Yeah, just give him time. Have you seen a lot of this blowback? Jill Biden is not getting the love today.
No.
She shouldn't be. I've said when she was the first lady, I think she's the worst person in America of all of them. Worse than Joe. Is that too strong of a statement? I don't think it is. We'll be right back.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
Civialaw.com is the website. And the one thing about Todd Sivia that I really want you to understand here as a listener to 97.1 is he has offices in Missouri and Illinois scattered all over the place. In Missouri, he's got a couple, Wentzville and Creve Coeur. You can visit Sivia Law. In Illinois, Edwardsville, East Dalton, Swansea, Centralia, and Mount Vernon. Visit Sivia Law to get that estate plan going. If you start working with Sivia Law, that first strategy session, why not get it free? This is what you got to do. You got to mention my name when you call 833-995-WILL. That's 833-995-WILL. You call Todd Sivia to establish your will or your trust, powers of attorney, all of these things that you need to get in line so that your estate plan is solid, that you have an air of confidence when you think about it as opposed to a little bit of anxiety. Make the plans for the future with somebody who can help you navigate all the ins and outs and protect your estate. 833-995-WILL. Mention Annie when you call and get that strategy session free online at civialaw.com.
Let's just face it, right? Your home should work for you, not against you. Hi, it's Kim, and if you've been dreaming of a new kitchen, bathroom, or a finished basement, now's the time to call Lakeside Renovation and Design. They're St. Louis's trusted experts in turning houses into dream homes. Just imagine this, a spa-like bathroom, maybe a chef-inspired kitchen, or how about a cozy basement perfect for some movie nights? Their team handles everything from design to installation so you can just sit back and enjoy the process. Visit lakesidearty.com today to start your dream renovation.
Gentlemen, Mark Cox here. When's the last time you actually felt like yourself? Victory Men's Health specializes in hormone optimization, sexual health, weight loss, and longevity. It's built for everyday men who just want to feel better and perform their best. They already have offices in Town and Country, Sunset Hills, O'Fallon, Missouri, and O'Fallon, Illinois. They're about to open a new location in Glen Carbon very soon. It's a higher standard of care just waiting for you. Learn more at victorymenshealth.com.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
At the White House, I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump in the Situation Room weighing a proposed deal with Iran.
President Trump has a lot to consider. We know that. He laid out, though, the main points that he is thinking about in a very long Truth Social post.
Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House with some of the president's highlights.
The Hormuz Strait must immediately open, no tolls. Ships caught in the strait due to our amazing and unprecedented naval blockade, which will now be lifted, may start the process of heading home. Enriched materials, sometimes referred to as nuclear dust, will be unearthed by the United States in close coordination in conjunction with the Islamic Republic of Iran, plus the International Atomic Energy Agency, and destroyed.
It's not clear how much Iran will agree to as part of a ceasefire extension to allow more talks. There's a setback for the Trump administration plan to help protect the U.S. from Ebola by treating exposed Americans in Africa. According Kenya, blocking a quarantine site that was set to open on an airbase.
Kenya had agreed to the makeshift field hospital staffed by officers from the U.S. Public Health Service and meant for Americans arriving from the Democratic Republic of Congo, where cases are surging. But a constitutional rights advocacy group filed a legal challenge. Meanwhile, a fourth U.S. airport, New York's John F. Kennedy Airport, opens to citizens arriving from countries impacted by the outbreak.
Fox's Lillian Wu, those passengers getting health screenings at the airport. A longtime Democrat in Congress is leaving.
Democratic Florida Congresswoman Frederica Wilson announces she will not seek re-election this November. Known for wearing bedazzled cowgirl-style hats, Wilson has been representing the Miami Gardens area in Miami-Dade County for 8 terms in Congress. Prior to that, she served in Florida's state legislature after a career as a teacher and school principal.
Fox's Eben Brown. Florida is one of the states that passed new congressional maps for this year's midterms. America is listening to Fox News.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-983-2077 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Our weather stays fairly quiet on this Friday afternoon, though mostly cloudy skies. Nothing more than a spotty shower. This is a dry pattern. 81. Tonight, still lots of clouds. 63. On to the weekend. Saturday, a changeable sky. A mixed clouds and sunshine at 83. Sunday, mostly sunny and a nice 81. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Frey Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Time to schedule your air conditioner service. Get not just your AC, but your entire HVAC system checked for $19 a month with the Preferred Partner Plan. And be ready for the first heat wave. AirComfortService.com.
Annie Frey, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ray.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For the sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
I'm the look around candidate. I do basics. I don't do national politics. I don't do parties. I just say, look, they're stealing all of our tax money to give it to drug addicts, to have needles and tourniquets, and they're actually even selling the drugs to these addicts to let these people die on our sidewalks. I want to be the compassionate one, get these people mandatory treatment, medical treatment with doctors to help them get off of fentanyl and super meth, and that is what people actually want in LA. As much as everybody wanted to believe the people that have been in charge, my opponents combined are at almost 10 years of their experience, they are failures. And so people want an outsider that's not a politician, that's just saying the facts, the truth. These people have failed us. They've spent all of our tax money to increase problems. And I keep it basic. And again, I never wanted to be the mayor. I just wanted somebody to tell the truth. And by telling the truth, now the people are behind me. And I will continue to speak the truth on behalf of Los Angeles for as far as they want to push me.
Spencer Pratt yesterday on with Fox and Friends, really getting into the reason he's running for mayor, why he's running for mayor. He said he calls himself the look around candidate because his platform is look around. The noodles is what Jesse Waters calls her. Ramen Nithya, is that her name? Something like that. Her polling is kind of cratering at this point in time. She's probably easily out of the race right now, possibly, but Spencer Pratt continues to crawl up and up and up in the polls, which I know how much you love the poll, Ryan. So have you been following this?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a long shot, but that long shot is getting shorter.
He went from 7% to, 27% on the Harry Enton super pumped polling results. I love watching Harry Enton get super pumped, especially on CNN when the polls aren't always that they're delivering. Super exciting for the people who run CNN.
The host he's standing next to, a lot of times is like,
Just
oh, great,
sulking.
here we go with Harry again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's get to Joe Concha, Fox News contributor, author of The Greatest Comeback Ever, Inside Trump's Big Beautiful Campaign. Joe, welcome back to the show. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How are you? And I agree with you on Enton. I think there is a performance aspect to cable news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you have to act, but a little enthusiasm is good. If you seem like you really enjoy what you're talking about, is a good thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't praise CNN very often, but I think he's interesting because, like Scott Jennings, he will present another perspective that you don't hear from 99% of everybody else who's on that network, and that's refreshing. It's a good thing.
I know
just like it is on Fox with Jessica Tarloff.
Yeah, exactly. I know that it's my algorithm and it's my curated feed, but I watch Scott Jennings and Harry Enton in clips from CNN all the time. The rest of them, I don't. I guess those clips are being made. They don't necessarily come across my feed unless I'm looking for them. Speaking of Spencer Pratt,
I get a lot of Abby Phillip on mine.
Yeah,
I get a lot of.
How do you do with that? Is that?
I just think I don't mind if you have like an argument and you're well prepared. It's the condescension that just about her is just so off-putting. And, she's right about everything, right? Except when she isn't, of course. And she even went on Joy Reid's podcast and said that my job is to correct conservatives because they don't have their facts straight. It's like, okay, A, you're on Joy Reid's podcast saying this, right? And B, the guests that are on that show are just the bottom of the barrel. Like everybody who's ever been fired from a cable news network will find a home on Abby's show. That I do know. And that's why it only draws like 600,000 people, despite Scott Jennings being on there, who's the only interesting part about that show. Not because he's conservative, but because he's not screaming at people. He's just making a coherent argument.
Yeah, he has a basis of facts to his argument. It's not 98% emotion and maybe a cherry picked fact here and there. I also see Abby Phillips a lot. She quiets people down. If the argument is it feels like if the argument is getting too far away from where she can manage it from the left side of the aisle, it seems as though the argument is then over and then they move on to the next thing. The Spencer Pratt, the Spencer Pratt mayor race in LA is one of my favorite things to watch right now. I don't know how it's going to end. He's certainly a long shot to win in Los Angeles, but he is clearly making an imprint on that race. But it's, I think, having national implications that he actually might be moving the needle outside of Los Angeles, depending on how it ends up, maybe even more than he is right there locally. But I think people are listening to him and taking him seriously because the type of serious that he takes this race seems to be about the issues. When people ask Spencer Pratt, what experience do you have? What qualifications do you have? All he has to do is say, look around. What's Karen? We're living in Karen Bass's experience right here.
Right.
It's so obvious. It's right in front of everybody.
I think that if you're establishment, that's a very, very bad thing to be, right? And Hillary Clinton was establishment when she ran in 2016. And obviously Joe Biden, very, very much 50 years establishment when he won, depending on who you talk to, but when he won in 2020, very much establishment. In other words, I think experience in being in the machine is probably a bad thing. So, yeah, a reality star becoming, a major political figure. Yeah, I think we've seen that movie before with the current president, by the way, who also was a very successful businessman. I think you make a very good point, though. I hadn't considered this, Annie, and that is that, Spencer Pratt nationally, like Fox, we talk about him every day. You talk about him every day, on your radio show. I do as well. I wonder, like, locally, how's it playing? And I think it's playing well. And I think that Karen Bass is profoundly like a horrible mayor and candidate. But in the end, can he win there? Well, we saw Schwarzenegger as a, celebrity win in California as governor, and Reagan, obviously, Ronald Reagan, and Sonny Bono and Clint Eastwood became a mayor once of another town. But can he win there? Are there enough votes? Can he convert enough people? And I think the sentiment is so anti-establishment and anti-whoever's in charge at this point that he could. Long shot, I'd say he has like a 40% chance, which ain't great, but I think the more Karen Bass is exposed during a general election against Spencer Pratt, the more she's going to have problems. Just like Kamala Harris, like the more you're exposed to her, the more her poll numbers go down. So I think that's the way that's going to go. But he has to get to that primary first, and that's looking very nick and tuck at this point.
Yes, I agree. But if he does, man, I'm looking forward to more months of what he has to offer. Yeah, he's a reality television star. People know him from being on reality TV, kind of in its original iteration. But he's putting himself, he'll talk to anybody. Anybody wants to challenge him, he jumps right back. Yep. He's ready to throw a punch back. And I'm really impressed with how smart he is, how well studied he is on Karen Bass. He knows about her history in Cuba and associations that she's had. And he hasn't made those things the main part of his campaign. The main part of his campaign is, did your house burn down? Did they not give a crap when your house burned down? Is your house still a pile of rubble? Are you stepping over poop and needles in order to get into a restaurant that you used to like? Those are the basic tenets of it. But then when the left comes back and campaigns in their high and snooty elitist type of ways, he's like, well, wait a second. Let's okay, you want to talk about these details? Let's talk about them. And he knows the details.
He knows the details, and he keeps it, as you said, like common sense versus chaos. That's it. Like, don't talk about MAGA. Don't talk about all these like national issues. Locally, did your home burn down? Yes. Are you pissed off? Yes, you are. Is it going to get rebuilt anytime soon? No, it's not. Are there more needles in the park than there are kids playing in the park? No, there's more needles. Is homelessness a problem to the point where we have 10 cities that deserve their own zip codes? Yes, it is. Why is there homelessness? Because of a drug problem. We need to take care of all these things. No, by the way, there's massive corruption and fraud. So while you're paying the highest taxes in the country, if you live in Los Angeles, you're not getting a return on investment because the people that are in charge are allowing the money that you're paying into the system to be corrupted and placed into places that advance other people's political gains. So, yeah, he's making those arguments in a way that it's just a guy saying, I want to solve the problem, not I'm a conservative Republican that wants to solve the problem. Take away the party or take away the ideology and just make it about what makes your life better, common sense versus chaos. I think a lot of Republicans can learn from a Spencer Pratt campaign that we're seeing. That I do know.
Joe Concha speaking with us right now. Do you feel there was a significant, impactful, quiet Trump voter? And I can't imagine that everybody who's voting for Spencer Pratt is going to be like, I'm voting for Spencer Pratt and I want everybody to know about it. Do you think maybe he shares some of that same quiet but strong support?
Oh, yeah, I think so. No doubt about that. I think that, President Trump, remember, in 2016, you saw the polls, and New York Times had Hillary Clinton on the day of the election had a 73% chance of winning, right? 73%. And obviously we saw how that worked. And then many polls showed that Kamala Harris was going to win in 2024. So there are people, I don't think it's as muted as it used to be. I think Trump supporters are more, not brazen, wrong word, but more proud to be a Trump supporter when in 2016, if you said you were, you might not get that promotion at work, right? You might lose your job altogether. That's where we're at this point. I mean, look what happened with Jackson Dart here in New York. He's just like, yeah, screw it. I'm going to introduce the president, and no one cares. I don't care what anybody thinks. And sure enough, that became the biggest controversy ever of somebody introducing a president at a rally, a guy from Ole Miss, all right, Southeast Conference. That's your neck of the woods, University of Missouri, right?
That's right.
But, that was a big problem.
Yeah, and an amazing thing. I think that maybe we're getting to the place where people are kind of tired and exhausted from having to keep up appearances to not look like you're if you don't have the hate has no home here sign in your yard, the default is that, of course, hate resides just comfortably within inside these four walls. That's gone. People are so sick and tired of it. And maybe one of the reasons why people are more willing to support Trump or maybe Spencer Pratt is because the Democrats don't seem to have anything, at least moderate or sensible, calm to offer as an alternative, at least from a policy standpoint.
Oh, it's so true. I mean, look who they're embracing. Graham Plattner, right? Who literally has said he's a communist. The guy with the Nazi tattoo. The guy who praised Hamas for killing Israeli soldiers. The guy, again, Bernie Sanders, you're Jewish and you're actually campaigning with this person. You're insane. And not one Democrat outside of John Fetterman will criticize this guy and say, this is not our party anymore. So, yeah, what do they run on? It's all about Trump is a fascist, Trump is bad, authoritarian, and we're here to save democracy. By what exactly? By installing communism? I mean, we're in a really weird spot right now. And I just wonder, like Gretchen Whitmer today, Annie, or not today, but at least this week, said that she probably won't run for president, right? And not what she wants to do. And I came to the conclusion that she's too normal, right? She works with Trump, right? She wants more chips, more batteries, more cars built in Michigan, and she has praised Trump publicly. And if you do that, oh boy,
how could
you will be ostracized in a heartbeat in this particular environment. And that's why she's not running, because she'd never survive a primary, while like an AOC, probably Will and Gavin Newsom will act like he's whatever he has to act like to do it.
Exactly.
But then can they make the pivot back to the center when the general comes? And I just don't think that happens, especially against like a J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio or both, perhaps. I guess we'll see, but it's a long way away.
Yeah, it certainly is. The Spencer Pratt's Los Angeles compared to the Mamdani New York City is the news cycle that I want to cover. I want to see all of that. That will be quite something. Front row seats for me, please. Joe Concha, thank you for being with us today. It's good to have you, and we'll be tuning into the radio show tonight.
Always a pleasure. Go Cubs! Screw the Cardinals. That's right.
Hey, will you wait until the end? Come on. We're struggling a little bit.
The Battlehawks. Is that okay?
Yeah,
I mean, all right, Battlehawks. Go Battlehawks.
Yeah, okay, we'll agree on the Battlehawks. We'll talk to you again soon, Joe. Take care.
You.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Screw the Cardinals. Come on, Joe. We were so close. We were such good friends. At Joe Concha TV on X, he's a really great follow. Definitely covers very closely the media, the ratings, what's kind of going on in the media landscape. He's always got a great take on it. And I'm telling you what, his book, if you're looking for something for the 250 celebration here, the Semiquincentennial, the greatest comeback ever inside Trump's big, beautiful campaign, an incredible book. Joe Concha, he catalogs the entire walk up to Donald Trump's second term victory, and it's fantastic. You won't even believe that it was real, and you'll remember it happening, and you'll be like, I can't believe he still won. Fox News contributor Joe Concha. We'll take a quick break here. The YouTube live chat poll. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump? For the Semiquincentennial, we heard Scott Bessent say that there's some legislation out to make it so that it's possible. The currency has two requirements. It has to say, in God we trust. And the second thing is no living person can be put on currency. So they're looking to maybe make a change for that so Trump can be on the 250 bill. I'll also tell you this. If they do make a $250 bill with Donald Trump on it, I'm getting me one. I got to have one of those. I bet you think that too. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute. Air Comfort Service online at aircomfortservice.com. I want to talk to you about a great opportunity right now. If you know that you have a replacement in your future for your HVAC system, to reach out to Air Comfort Service to get access to, for a limited time, up to $2,600 of Carrier Cool Cash rebates on that improvement in your home. You can get a free estimate on a new AC or HVAC system. You can save up to $2,600 with that Carrier Cool Cash rebate from Air Comfort Service, and you could qualify for 0% financing up to 72 months. So if you've been thinking, gosh, we really need to replace this AC, it's not doing the trick, we're running it all the time, you're paying for the energy to run it all the time, and it is not cooling the house, you call 314-513-0091. They're going to make getting that new HVAC system for you affordable. 314-513-0091. Call 314-513-0091. Tell them you heard about them on the Annie Frey Show and get that Carrier Cool Cash rebate. AirComfortService.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Annie Frey is St. Louis conservative.
I didn't know that it was possible just to have, like, I don't have this problem like you do, Ryan. Where do you store your gold bars?
Oh, you sew them into your jacket.
Okay, Senator.
No, that's just what you do. He was just doing what you do. That's what all of us do with our gold bars.
Well, like I said, I do not qualify. Did you hear about this former CIA officer?
No.
You'll like this. New York Post reports, Daniel Cody writing, a former high-ranking CIA official who allegedly lied about his credentials to secure a $77,000 in bogus military leave was busted after FBI agents found a mind-blowing fortune, including $40 million worth of gold bars hidden inside his Virginia home. Who's missing $40 million in gold bars? Where did they come from?
Fort Knox?
The person, gosh, was it Mike Lee maybe? I saw this story because they retweeted it and said it's time to audit or whatever, Fort Knox. Audit? The feds conducted a raid at the residence of David Rush last week, uncovering a staggering 303 gold bars, $2 million in cash, and nearly 3 dozen luxury Rolex watches, according to court documents. Rush, until recently, a, quote, senior executive service-level employee at the CIA, reportedly requested the massive haul of gold and foreign currency for work-related expenses. I just want a chair.
Yeah, I just want a chair that goes up and down. Doesn't slide every time
But when
you
it
sit in
goes up, it stays.
It stays up.
They've got you one that goes up and down. But it goes up and then it slowly goes down.
It doesn't even slowly go down. It goes down fast.
Woo!
It's kind of a ride. I will say that, A, how does this guy from the CIA have all this access to gold bars?
I know gold bars is not maybe briefcases of cash. That sounds a little more gettable to me. 303 gold bars. Like, how do you even move that casually?
I don't know. And how do you spend it? I don't like that the gold bars don't spend easily. That's my problem with
I don't think, like you, he's buying bulk oatmeal cream pie double-deckers.
Well, here's the issue.
But he could.
Let's say you need to go down and get yourself a nice new Ferrari. And you're like, you know what? I think this is probably around a quarter of this gold bar that's going to cost me. So what do? You just go start shaving off portions of the gold bar and you take them down to the Ferrari dealership?
The what dealership?
Ferrari dealership.
You sound like you've never tried that before.
I haven't tried that before because it's so imprecise.
When the agency conducted a routine audit, the assets were missing from official custody, prompting the CIA director to refer the matter to federal investigators. The FBI, in a statement, said, quote, after a CIA internal investigation identified potential violations of the law, Ratcliffe, the CIA director, John Ratcliffe, referred the information to the FBI for a law enforcement investigation.
You know, the most ironic ending to this story would have been the same as the Twilight Zone episode where the guy takes all the gold bars to a different planet because he wants to be rich on a different planet. And he just walks through the desert and he's like, I'm trying to be...
The new planet's made of gold?
And then he finds out at the end that gold bars are everywhere on that planet.
Is that really the...
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And he was trading gold bars even for a drink because he was in the desert.
Watching that show, it's like... that would make me feel vindicated the way when some jackwagon passes you like a jerk on the highway and then you watch him get pulled over. Have you ever had that happen?
It's great.
Was it satisfying?
When I got pulled over?
You were the jerk?
No.
Wait a second. Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah, it's great.
Does it feel good?
You know what's even better? I don't know if it's better, but it's real close. Is when somebody, you're in town, you're not even on the interstate. You're in town somewhere. And there's 50 stoplights you're going to have to go through to get to the Walmart. And somebody behind you scoots out in the other lane, jets out, gets in front of you, and then just stops at the very next light right with you.
Super embarrassing.
Why did you just go through all that?
I might have been on both ends of that.
Really?
I don't know. If I'm trying to get across town because I'm late to get my kids somewhere, that's my problem that I'm now making other people's problems. I have very much so chilled out. And probably, I don't know. It'd be since I've had children in the way that I drive. But, gosh, driving on the highway and... we talk about downtown St. Louis all the time. It is every traffic law in downtown St. Louis is optional. You would think. It's not. It's sometimes I think it's almost unsafe to obey the traffic laws.
Yeah, you got to go with the stream of traffic.
You have to go with the flow, man.
I don't know that I get. Now, if you don't come down to town that often, I get. We're talking about stuff that doesn't really apply to you. But it is the downtown, it's the heartbeat. And now they've put all these weird bump outs and these weird driving lanes that aren't lanes.
But they don't have potholes in them, so I'm appreciative.
I do like that they're paved. They're new. So that's good. But they've taken away a lot of lanes.
Have you guys ever intentionally run a red light downtown?
Yes.
Before.
What for?
Why?
Convenience.
What? So you're trying to blend in?
Well, the thing is, you get used to the way that they're on the timers, and you know, well, because this one's on this timer, the one next to it and this other one next to it, they're on the same timer, so nobody could even
You're
go
Mr.
through
Optional?
this light. Sometimes.
How frequently? Weekly? Oh my gosh, Ryan!
Probably more than that.
Really? Daily?
There's one certain light that I know that if I don't make it by a certain time, there will be no traffic because I know all the time.
On your way here or on your way home? Here.
Coming in.
I know which light you're talking about.
Do you?
It almost seems the light isn't optional, but it's like, I don't know that there really needs to be a stoplight here.
Well, then you should answer this question too.
I stop at that light.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
I do. I don't stay stopped at red lights when homeless people come banging on my window. I just go.
But that's always also.
That's
it's not like that's rarely happening.
Say that sentence.
That's happening all the time.
It's always.
You know it's true. You're like, oh, it's only when a homeless person's standing there, which is 100% of the time.
I don't just go if there's a homeless person on the corner. I go when they begin to approach my window and they're yelling at me.
Which is also probably 95% of the time.
It happens a lot.
Always also.
That sounds like an inspirational word cutout you hang in your kitchen.
Little cat hanging by a paw.
Live, laugh, love. Always also.
Always also.
Do you run lights downtown, Brad?
No, not intentionally.
It's because you're better than Ryan.
I've gotten caught by lights where I thought it was going to stay yellow and then it turned red before I got across it, so I definitely ran
That's
the
what
light.
I'd tell the police officer.
That's what I always say too. I didn't know. I'm from Illinois.
I thought it was going to be yellow longer.
I thought reds were optional downtown because nobody else pays attention to them.
You know, the problem is I listened to the Annie Frey Show and they told me I shouldn't.
They said that they were optional. Traffic laws optional
Self-fulfilling
downtown. Yeah, it's scary. Do we drive a full mile downtown? I mean, it's probably about a mile.
That's a homeless mile right there. That's what they call that.
Oh my gosh.
The unhoused mile.
Ethan, sports and local.
A beggar's mile.
As if this weren't local enough. Ethan, come here and class it up. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. I'm with Stewie from Stewart's American Mortgage, and if you're thinking about refinancing, he has some great advice.
Mark, this is a great time to refinance. If you financed over the last 3 years, you're probably paying a higher rate. Take advantage now. Refinance with the Bagel loan. No closing costs, no title fees, no lender fees, nothing. Bagel looks like a zero, easy to remember. For those of you folks that are waiting on the sideline saying, hey, maybe the rates will go down more, I'm going to wait. Take advantage now. A bird in the hand's better than two in the bush. Refinance. Get the cash out you need. Get a lower rate. Maybe even go from a 30 to a 20 year and keep that payment the same. All with the Bagel loan.
And this is a quick process, right?
We close in 10 days. We send a notary out to your house to close so you don't have to take off any time from work. It's easy. It's simple. Bing, bam, boom. Your home is the biggest investment you're going to make in your life. Deal with somebody local, somebody who has a reputation, somebody who has accountability. I'm here in town. You can call me or text me after hours, weekends, whenever it's convenient for you.
Call or text Stewie at 314-324-4440 or Google the Bagel loan. NMLS number 226715.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Dr. Nick Barnes at Health From Within Family Chiropractic in Rock Hill. At Health From Within, our mission is to transform the way you manage your health by bringing you the truth about health and healing. We use proven techniques to remove interference in the nervous system and maximize health naturally, without drugs or surgery. Connect with me at healthfromwithinstl.com and join me for Maximize Living on this station every Sunday at 8 a.m. or download the Maximize Living podcast, healthfromwithinstl.com.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
I've been issued a correction that the Twilight Zone episode, he was not on a different planet. He was on this planet.
Let me quote my dad.
But it was just in the future. future.
He didn't go to a different planet. He and 3 friends put themselves in suspended animation for 100 years with gold bars, only to wake up and find out that the gold is worthless. Twilight Zone episode, quote, The Rip Van Winkle Caper, Season 2, Episode 24. Thanks, Dad.
But the moral was the same. The gold
Always
had become
also
worthless.
Anytime, Dad, that you want to text me to correct Ryan, you got my number.
Because in the future, they were all just, they could create gold out of nothing. It's amazing.
He's going to keep correcting you. Always also.
It is, it's 1:33.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm not even going to do the poll. This is 1:33. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
From O'Fallon, Missouri to O'Fallon, Illinois. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative. This segment of the Annie Frey Show is sponsored by All Financial.
Hold up. Check it out.
Mega Muffin's Mostly Manic Musings.
I thought it was going to say mostly manly.
Oh, no, not manly.
Jerk.
Who is the most manly person in here?
Me.
All right, no arguments.
Let him have one.
Thank you.
Okay, sports and local.
I think that you are less manly than Annie.
This is getting offensive.
Do you know
Ryan,
what
Ryan, you want to hold him or you want me to hold him?
Do you know what the show's called when she's not here?
The Annie Frey Show.
That's right. You know why? She's a girl.
Thank
well,
you.
There's a reason that there was so much silence
Did you just
leading up to
realize
me.
this?
No, there was a reason there was so much silence leading up to that. It's because I was thinking if I should say it or not. I did it.
Ryan did say earlier in the show that we are all cycling together.
I did hear that, but I also heard that I wasn't included. So
Yeah, I didn't include you in that.
yeah, so we are not all cycling, Annie.
You're just on a different cycle.
Well, he's a
That's all I
ginger.
was saying. Is that we're cycling together.
What kind
but
of
you're
cycle?
Off.
Brad
Menstrual.
just
Yeah, he's a
asserted
ginger.
that your hair color has something to do
Yeah,
with
he
your
doesn't
cycle.
have a cycle.
State and local leaders
Brad, I
met
don't know if you're
at
advocating for what I think you're advocating for
You
here.
know what that means?
I don't know if this is a win. Ryan?
State and local leaders met at St. Louis Lambert International Airport yesterday morning to discuss a multi-million-dollar grant that could be used to redevelop the airport. The $30 million grant provided by the Federal Aviation Administration that is intended for a new utility plant that must be relocated and could help support major renovation plans at the airport. The goal being to restructure the airport into a single terminal, expanding it to serve up to 40 million passengers and increase aircraft traffic to more than 500,000 operations annually. The airport is also focusing on improving aging infrastructure, inadequate concessions, and parking as well.
What do you want to see happen at the airport?
More flights, more direct flights everywhere.
So you're not really worried about the fancy nature of the airport. You
No,
just
I
want
would like to see that too, though. I like all of this. This is one of the rare instances where I'm like, yes, the government should be involved. It's infrastructure. And this is important infrastructure for our area, and it needs to be updated. Our airport is just not cutting it. And this does a lot, not just for like the fancy stuff, not just for getting Starbucks before you go on a plane, but it's adding the ability for so many more flights to be
you never know
taken
how,
out of here.
You never know how average. It's adequate. I mean, I suppose the airport. I mean, I don't go there and think it's dirty. I'm not going to call them out, but there are a couple airports I've gone to, and I was like, I'm not sitting on the ground here.
LAX.
Oh no, I slept on the ground there overnight.
It's dirty.
I didn't think so. Not where I was. I'll just say it was Phoenix, but we go to Honolulu's kind of a bad comparison. That's not fair. But if you go to different airports around the country and they just have things to offer that when you land, it just feels like somebody else's home. You're like, okay, this is St. Louis.
It feels like Aloha.
All right. Yeah.
You know, you land at Hartsfield Baker
When
in
you go to
Atlanta. It feels
Baltimore.
like Aloha.
Yeah. Anyway,
Under-
I just would like to see more St. Louis flair.
Under the plan, customers would access all airline carriers through 3 overpasses and a single security checkpoint. Officials say the design would also create shorter walks for passengers. So it's going to take a little while. This plan is slowly getting underway. The infrastructure is being planned out and everything. They've already begun on some of the renovations to the airport, but it hasn't been anything at the terminals. It's a lot of stuff like on the tarmac and stuff like that. So this is going to take a little while, but by the time that it is done, I have a feeling that it's going to look like a completely new airport.
It is. It's going to be all one terminal, too.
Yeah.
So if you're flying out of Southwest, you don't have to go to a different terminal. It's all one big terminal. And so all the businesses that are in there, you don't have to spread them out. You don't have to decide whether you're going to be in the one or the two. It'll be a lot better.
Hopefully it'll just be a nice face to the city. I mean, for so many people,
That's what
that is what
first
you
impression.
see. Yeah. So and listen, I love the efficiency of it. You can get in and out mostly because it's always empty or close to empty.
Well, that probably won't change.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will either. Maybe a little bit with everything being in one spot, but will it be that much more intense? No, I don't think so. Cardinals Cubs coming up this weekend. Should be some fun days at the ballpark.
Are the Cubs still sliding?
Cubs are still sliding. They
Are the
did.
Cardinals still sliding?
Cardinals are still sliding. Who knows? We might get a lot of bad baseball this weekend, but
As
I
long
don't
as
care
we
if
end
it's.
up on the top of the bad baseball.
I don't care if it's bad baseball as long as you find a way to win.
That's right.
The Cardinals have lost 4 straight. They got swept by the Brewers in Milwaukee this past week. Not as bad as what the Cubs are currently going through.
Why are the Cubs going through this?
It's a great question. I genuinely could not tell you. I have not looked enough to be able to explain what is going wrong for the Chicago Cubs. I know they've dealt with some pitching injuries. That could be part of it, but I haven't looked enough.
There's a certain time in every young club's life where they hit this point and they go through changes. And they got to talk about it with somebody who's maybe a little bit older than them who's been through these changes already.
Are you going through the change?
They're going from
Are
the
you
Cubs to the
are
Bears.
you currently saying that the Chicago Cubs are going through puberty?
Whoa, that's a weird take.
We are the youngest team in baseball, so.
Yeah.
The Cubs are becoming Bears?
Oh. And they're moving,
I don't know.
And they're moving to Indiana.
I don't. Oh.
Because Illinois screwed it up again.
Brandon Johnson doesn't have a plan to make the Cubs into Bears.
That's good. I knew what you were doing.
Nice, thank you. Appreciate
Thank
that. If you are wanting to watch Cards versus Cubs, but you don't have any of the Cardinals TV packages, then do not fret.
Then you're cooked.
No, not this weekend.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of free Cardinals TV on this weekend, and there's actually going to be some notable broadcast connections on as well. On Friday, the game will be on Cardinals TV, but will also be on Channel 4, KMOV, Matrix Midwest. It's going to be on all those channels, so you can watch that for free with Chip and Brad on the call. On Saturday, it will be a Fox regional telecast with Eric Collins on the call. John Smoltz is going to be joining him. I am excited for Sunday's broadcast because the Cardinals will be on Sunday Night Baseball. It'll be the first time since it has switched to NBC that they will be
network
hosting.
TV, everybody gets to
That'll be
watch.
network TV.
Who broadcasts that?
That you mean who are the broadcasters?
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. So Jason Benetti calls all of the Sunday Night Baseball games.
Who's he?
He is one of the best. He calls a bunch of different sports.
Is he better than you?
Yes, he is much better than me.
You saying he's better than you?
Yes, I am literally saying he's better than me. That is what I'm saying right now.
I just want everybody listening to know one day you'll be like, I remember Ethan Hannaford.
Stop.
When he was
That's
on
enough.
the Annie Frey Show.
That's enough.
He's going big places.
He's going to be a huge criminal.
Netflix special and everything. I remember Ethan Hannaford.
What is going on? Ryan Wiggins is being Ryan Wiggins.
What are we doing?
Benetti calls games for the Detroit Tigers. Normally, Detroit. I don't know. He also does a lot of March Madness. He calls college football on NBC as well. So he calls a lot of different games. The fun part, and something that NBC has been doing for these Sunday Night Baseball broadcasts, and I appreciate this, is they've been bringing on local broadcasters on each side for each team.
Okay.
So there has been a Cardinals
on
guy
one broadcast or like
all together.
So you got a Cubs
You
and a
got three
Cards
guys.
broadcaster in with a
as well as the
host.
play-by-play Jason
That
Benetti.
is cool.
Yes.
Do they fight?
No, it's been a lot of fun. The Cardinals have only been on one of these so far. Brad Thompson did it. This one is going to be really fun because on the Cardinals side, Albert Pujols.
Yes.
Albert Pujols
Sunday night?
will be calling, as far as I know, this is the first time that Albert will be calling a Cardinals game at Busch Stadium since he retired in 2022.
In English, right? He's
No.
not doing the Spanish broadcast.
No. He's not doing the Spanish broadcast. This is
That's great.
Cards Cubs Sunday Night Baseball on NBC. Jason Benetti, Albert Pujols, and then Jim DeShays, who calls the games with John Shambi for the Cubs. They do a great job. He'll be representing the Cubs. So it's going to be a fun one. And then Bob Costas doing the pregame show on NBC. So all kinds of St. Louis connections on Sunday night. So that'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to taking in Cards Cubs.
Are you better than Bob Costas?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm better than one of the greatest broadcasters
Clip
in
it
sports
right there,
history.
right there. We got what we
You
needed.
guys talked over it. I was going to.
Cha-ching.
I'm protecting Ethan's future
Thank
because
you.
I do tell him regularly, don't forget where you came from, son.
You do. You do indeed.
I do.
When you go on a killing spree.
Yeah, we need.
Don't forget
to iron out this crime.
Don't
here.
forget who infected your mind.
Ethan got his
all
start
that
on the
conservative
Annie Frey
talk,
Show.
Guys,
with
I'm
Annie Frey and Ryan
really
Wiggins.
afraid of him, and I just want to be on his good side. So let's just not talk about it too much out loud.
Did they know he was deadly?
I like that your face like twitched and your eyes widened when you said "too deadly." It wasn't just the voice, it was-
Right.
it was
One more
everything.
quick story.
Yeah. The St. Louis barbecue scene continues to get national recognition, this time from Yelp Elites, as they just released the nation's top 100 barbecue restaurants in their opinion, and St. Louis had one make the list. The best barbecue restaurant in St. Louis is Bogart's Smokehouse. Have you guys ever been to?
Oh yes.
Bogart? I don't think I have.
Yep, Bogart's and Pappy's.
I've been to Pappy's.
They
Love
are
Pappy's.
related.
Are they connected? Okay, got it.
They are. They're not the same, but they are connected. But yeah, Bogart's is down in Soulard, or at least it was when I went.
I should have kept reading
Delish.
because it says open in 2011 in St. Louis's Soulard neighborhood.
I used to go with my buddy Joe from The Point all the time, and I should text him and ask him if he wants to go to Bogart's for lunch, which I can't do.
Part of the same restaurant family as Pappy's Smokehouse.
Yep, I know my St. Louis barbecue.
Says features flavors ranging from Memphis style to Louisiana style barbecue, pulled pork, smoky brisket.
I almost added Tennessee, but then I realized that would be Memphis.
Nice. Tri-tip sirloin. Oh my gosh, I'm getting really hungry. I've got to stop.
Maybe I need to get in contact with Bogart's or Pappy's and see if we can have if you guys are really good and you don't hurt anybody.
Anybody?
If you're
part
a
of
good boy, Ethan, by meaning you don't kill anyone.
Yeah.
That's what good boy means, right?
I have low expectations for all three of you here, and they're very different categories.
Bogart's Smokehouse listed
Ryan's
as the
no
fifth.
sugar comatose situation by the end of the show.
Bogart's Smokehouse, 53rd best barbecue restaurant in America.
Oh man, both Bogart's
feels
and
low.
Pappy's. If you go and eat food there, you will remember it.
It'll rock your world.
It's incredible. All
Rock
right.
your socks off.
Yes.
Number 50.
Whatever
Go
you
from
say,
there.
Ethan. I think you're great.
Go from there.
He looks a little stabby.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think he looks handsome today, and his hair is definitely not ginger.
He got that look in his eye.
You guys are doing great.
We want
For
your
now.
Ask Us Anything questions on the text line, 314-241-9797. We've got a few coming in. Start your text with AMA, caps AMA, so that we don't miss it in the text messages that are coming in. And if you want to ask any of us anything, 314-241-9797, 314-241-9797. We'll wrap up the show in the 2 o'clock hour for the week, answering your questions. We'll be right back. HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com, 314-271-9900. That's 314-271-9900. Matt Hayes, owner of Home Shield Foundation Repair. He's waiting for your phone call. He wants to help you. He's a really good guy. And when you meet Matt Hayes at your house, bring him into your basement, show him where the water is leaking in, show him the kind of damage maybe that you've noticed. He might be able to identify additional damage that has happened due to the water that's making its way into your home. Don't you want to get past that, looking at the forecast, seeing that rain is coming in, and you're like, oh no, it's 3-4 days of consecutive rain. You know you've got a problem on your hands. Get it fixed for the last time, the first time. 314-271-9900. That basement waterproofing comes with a lifetime warranty when you hire HomeShieldFoundationRepairs.com. You can call 314-271-9900, 314-271-9900, HomeShieldFoundationRepairs.com.
Never miss a beat. Take 97.1 FM Talk with you. The voices you trust, Mark Cox, Annie Frey, Mark Reardon, Scott Jennings, and more are just a tap away with the Odyssey app. Stream 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
It's time for you to get to know my friends at Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield, where luxury meets comfort. Mark Cox here. They have a great selection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, craft cocktails, anything you like to drink, cold beer, premium hand-rolled cigars from the finest makers in the world. Even private lockers that are available if you choose to. Perfect for date nights or business meetings, and live music every Friday night. Family owned and operated. Check them out in Chesterfield at the District. It's litstl.com.
Ready for a fresh start? The Excel Center in St. Louis is here to help you earn your high school diploma, tuition free and on your schedule. With convenient locations in downtown St. Louis and Florissant, you can learn at your pace with support every step of the way. Need childcare, career coaching, flexible classes? We've got you covered. Registration is now open. Don't wait to take the next step toward your future. Visit excel.mersgoodwill.org to enroll today. This community message has been brought to you by Together Credit Union.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Never made it as a wise man.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show, that YouTube live chat poll, which we are a little over an hour away from giving you the results. Your thoughts on President Trump on a $250 bill. That idea has been floated. Legislation is out there right now trying to remove one of the two requirements for currency. The first is that it has to say "In God We Trust," and the second is that no living person can be put on a piece of currency, and obviously Trump is living, so they are trying to change that. Besson said yesterday that they're ready to do it in the event that that legislation got passed. I'm not even 100% sure that the House would pass it. Do you think that there are Republicans in the House? I mean, certainly right now.
That wouldn't?
Yeah. Massey's not voting for that.
Yeah, it would have a tough climb.
And then in the Senate, you'd have to get past a filibuster, which means you'd have to have 60.
Oh, if that's
votes.
the case, then it won't
So
happen
I don't
anyway.
even know that this is going to be an issue, but just for the sake of conversation, would you be okay with it? I don't know. I don't really take it that seriously. In fact, after I made this, I was talking to my husband on the way into work, and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? He goes, I couldn't care less. Like, if it existed.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that category, too, because it's not spendable cash that you're using a lot. So it's not as if you'd encounter it a lot. It's more like commemorative.
Wouldn't you get one, though? Wouldn't you want one?
Yeah, probably.
I would want one.
I probably want to get one just to say I had one. But it's just not going to cross into your life that much. I mean, think about this. This drives me crazy, actually. With all the inflation, you'd think that using 50s and 100s would have become more common. It just hasn't.
It does. It's not common because places don't accept them.
It's what I mean. And it's like, look, you guys, the currency needs to go up. We need to carry less 20s and 10s and more 50s and 100s because you have to use more cash for things. Like, you go to the grocery store, you're probably going to spend over $100 if you have a family, for sure. And yet you can't buy things with cash over $20 easily.
I'm pretty pumped at the idea of we're still talking about cash as opposed to everything going to digital payments. Are you cash forward? Do you try to use cash? I know you still use checks like an old man.
I do that. It helps me keep track of everything. It is getting a little bit annoying, though, because I got to write a lot of checks.
And then the money just is out there until they decide to cash it.
Yeah. I do like cash. The only thing about cash, though, is that we are getting to the point where you have to carry so much of it, and that drives me crazy.
Info Dude says instead of 20s, we should be carrying $25 bills. I don't know if that's part of a conversation before, but I almost feel like a $25 bill would be more practical to put Trump's name on. Or like, let's just do a $47
bill. It spends a 45 or a 47, whichever one you want.
I mean, you do the $250 for the Semiquincentennial. What about you, Brad?
I don't have a problem. Actually, I'll tell you what. I kind of like this. I like this because it tweaks the right people. I'm to the point now.
So you like it because you're a troll.
Yes, I'm so much getting that with these crazy leftists out there that it's just like, all right, here, one more thing to remind you that Donald Trump is your president because you're acting so irrationally toward this, that now that it's become a game and fun for me. So I'm rooting for this. I'd like to see Donald Trump on a $250 bill just so there'd be a permanent reminder to all the leftists out there that want to erase this man from history, that wanted him dead, that wanted him in jail, that wanted all this, that they lost, and he was the president. He was president twice. He made a triumphal arch. He's going to have a big, beautiful, glorious ballroom, and you're not going to be able to erase that stuff from history, and that is why I like this. So I'm going all in on this. I'm a big yes and a big excited yes.
What if the next Democrat president tears the ballroom down?
They're dope. That's a dopey thing to do.
That's what they're saying about what Trump's doing.
What do you mean?
Tearing down the East Room. I mean,
he's making something new out of it, though. He's making it bigger and better.
But what if they make it smaller and more average like they are? I'm just
want
saying,
this to
like,
reflect me.
I don't know. I don't want to get too wrapped up in applying logic to what the people. Democrats are not TDS people. I know Democrats who don't like Trump but don't have TDS. Just the simple fact that you do not like this president or his politics doesn't mean that you necessarily have a condition. And I think that there is a Trump infatuation syndrome that might exist on the far other side of the spectrum, where people don't even show me the details. I already know my opinion and perspective on it, because Trump did it or Trump said it or whatever. Like if you take Trump out of the equation and then you show me the policy, the plan, the expectation, I agree with it almost all of the time. And I can, most of the time I agree with the goal. And a portion of the time I'm like, that's not really how I'd go about it. But I'm not the president. They didn't elect me. They elected him. I elected him. Well, sort of. I voted for him in Illinois. But I actually am for the $250 bill. And not because I want to troll people. I don't need to troll people. I just think the scoreboard is what it is. The fact that going back to our guest, Joe Concha, if you read The Greatest Comeback Ever Inside Trump's Big and Beautiful Bill, the fact that he got a second term under the circumstances, the context that he got that second term is so mind-blowing. It'll be interesting to see how history reflects upon it. How do we tell the story of Trump to our grandkids? What are we talking about? Having lived through it, what are we telling our grandkids in contrast to what they're learning in the classroom? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm looking forward to that conversation. I don't really want to set off people who have, quote, TDS. I want them to come over to the non-crazy side. I don't want to agitate them. I want them to go, you know what, in retrospect, there's some good things that came out of this. And I also want them to open their eyes to so many of the lies that have been told, that their entire predicate, they've been so deceived by so many willful deceivers that if they have the opportunity to kind of sit back and go, you know what, I believed a lot of things that I was told over and over and over again, and I realize now I was kind of lied to. I don't really like any of his tax policy. I don't like what he did in the Middle East. I don't like any of that, but I can't acknowledge that the predicate that I had for understanding this man was completely deceptive. That's what I would like to see. But if there's a $250 bill with Trump's face on it, I'm framing that sucker in my house somewhere. Secret. Ask us anything. 314-241-9797 in the text line. We'll be right back.
Ready for instant curb appeal that comes with a 25-year transferable warranty? Call Rhino Shield today. We do brick, block, stucco, asbestos, aluminum, steel, cedar, and more. Over the past 20 years, we've done thousands of homes, businesses, churches, schools, condos, parking garages, large metal buildings, and strip malls, from Champaign to the Lake of the Ozarks. We do flat and sloped metal roofs to extend their lives too. Proud to be veteran-owned and manufactured in the good old USA, so we're tariff-free. We're exceeding expectations every day. Evaluations are free. A+ rated with the BBB, and a lot of 5-star Google reviews. Call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't hate, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
This is attorney Todd Nissenholtz of Kaufman Townsley. When you're injured in a car accident, insurance adjusters are not on your side. They're always adjusting their settlement offers, lower and lower. We'll get your settlement higher and higher. Call 314-777-7777.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter. They're the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter of St. Louis. Call 314-499-2020. That's 499-2020 or GeneratorSupercenterofStLouis.com. That's GeneratorSupercenterofStLouis.com.
I love this song. I love nachos.
Loving everything? You might be buzzed.
You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
He has a decision to make. Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump holding a Situation Room meeting with top advisors on a possible deal with Iran after repeating some of his key demands in a lengthy post, also writing that no money will be exchanged until further notice.
The U.S. sanctions that we put on Iran, there are tens of millions of dollars in various accounts all over the world. It adds up to billions. And the Iranians really want that unfrozen. We don't know if no money will be exchanged means that all of that money will stay frozen.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. State lawmakers in Louisiana just passing a new congressional map aimed at helping Republicans gain a seat while eliminating one of 2 majority black House districts after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the use of race in the state's current map. Less than a month after being ousted, former U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi spending more than 3 hours behind closed doors on Capitol Hill as part of the House Oversight Committee's Jeffrey Epstein investigation.
She was on the job for about 14 months, and from the moment she came into office, the Jeffrey Epstein files were a recurring problem she just could not escape. Last July, the DOJ put out a memo announcing the Epstein case would essentially be closed. In the following months, the DOJ eventually, under pressure, released millions of pages of documents, but no definitive so-called client list.
Fox's David Spunt. Democrats on the panel say Bondi refused to answer some questions. The former head of Iowa's largest school district just sentenced to 2 years in prison after pleading guilty to falsely claiming to be a U.S. citizen. Ian Roberts, the former Des Moines superintendent, also still facing deportation to his native Guyana after being caught up in a federal immigration crackdown. His attorneys say after marrying a U.S. citizen, Roberts was denied legal permanent residency for failing to disclose an arrest, but that he didn't think disclosure was necessary because the charges had been dropped. America is listening to Fox News.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-983-2077 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Our weather stays fairly quiet on this Friday afternoon, though mostly cloudy skies, nothing more than a spotty shower. This is a dry pattern. 81 tonight, still lots of clouds. 63 on to the weekend. Saturday, a changeable sky, a mixed clouds and sunshine at 83. Sunday, mostly sunny and a nice 81. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Frey Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Air Comfort Service is proud to support NAMI St. Louis in their mission to improve the lives of those with mental health conditions. Visit aircomfortservice.com/community to learn more.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
You need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart. Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio. I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Oh, it's 2 o'clock on a Friday, and that sound that you just heard is evidence of that. Ryan's greatest contribution to the Annie Frey Show. I also got a message. Somebody posted they were watching A League of Their Own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the, goodness sakes, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio. People think that it's kid. It's actually Kit. And it's from A League of Their Own when Kit and Dottie are in the kitchen and they're trying to decide if they're going to go play girls' baseball. And Kit's begging to do it, and she's trying to lobby Dottie. And Mom says, keep your voice down. That's actually from that movie. And somebody sent me that clip when they heard it, and they thought of us. I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
We're going to do Ask Us Anything here in the 2 o'clock hour. I'm going to ask a question that I had written down before we actually get into the rapid fire one. We do want your text messages, 314-241-9797. Text us, start it with capital AMA, and then ask us anything that you want to ask us. And we will usually put the listener questions. We have questions of our own, but we'll put the listener questions first. So 314-241-9797. Save that in your phone as Annie Frey Show text line and text us anytime. But one of the questions I was going to ask you, and we can talk about this before we get into the actual segment of next question, what's on your arm? Because there are a lot of people who are watching the YouTube live stream who are like, wait, whoa, because you don't, I don't know if you realize this, but you keep stretching.
Oh, when I go like this?
You put your hands above your head.
Oh, yeah, you can see the
and
blood.
There's a
oh,
lot.
my gosh. Gross. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Do that again, and then, hold on a second. I'm going to put you full screen here. There's a lot going on there, and you should see the other guy, folks. It's pretty crazy. It's
yeah,
the coolest.
He punched me right there in my arm, and I was like, that's it. And I ripped out his throat. I'm like, I won.
Ethan's Netflix series, Ryan. Don't steal his thunder. So people are wondering what is going on your arm.
So I went to the hospital last week. I had a lung infection, exacerbation from cystic fibrosis. And then that's what it looks like when I don't have it covered up, which I try not to because it gets itchy. When I cover it up too much, I want to scratch it all the time.
Is it the tape?
But anyway, yeah, it's the tape. And so I had it replaced yesterday. This is the dressing that all goes to this PICC line that goes from right there in my arm all the way up into my heart so that it gets the IV medicines directly into my bloodstream. And it's helped a lot. I feel a lot better, and hopefully that'll last for quite a while.
So a PICC line goes into your heart?
Yeah.
I have some friends who have had to deal with some stuff like that, and I hear about a PICC line, and I know it's a highly managed situation.
It is.
It's not just an IV.
No, it's not an IV. They actually have to bring in like an operations team into your room
because they're putting something in your heart
in the hospital, and they have to do like a real procedure there. Yeah, because it's a pretty. The weird thing is they go through all this process to put it in your arm, and I mean they've got ultrasound
they
machines
just go to get it out.
To take it out, I go into the doctor on Monday, and my general practitioner just goes yank.
Oh,
you don't feel anything. They just pull it out. And that's happening on either Monday or Tuesday. Don't know yet. But I was getting the dressing changed yesterday. And it's one of the reasons I was about 5 minutes late for the show because the appointment was at 11 o'clock. And I said, Annie, it'll be real close. I'll be right there or I'll be just a couple minutes late. And ended up being a couple minutes late. But as she's doing it, I told her, hey, look.
The nurse, not me.
Yeah. As she's changing the dressing on this thing, I said, look, I don't really like watching it. It's weird. I can see the hole going into my arm. I don't want to do that. And it's kind of bloody right now, too, because she was like messing with it. But she said, okay, it's okay if you don't want to watch it. Is there any uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable, you're itchy? I said, yeah, it's itchy a little bit. So I'd love if you can, kind of scratch it a little bit while you're there. But it's also weird to think about that. So she said, I will scratch it, but I'll be very careful with the alcohol because I told her the last time I had it done, the person cleaning the dressing got a bunch of alcohol or whatever the stuff is, the cleaner, into the spot where it goes into my arm. It stings like crazy, and she kept doing it. So I told this lady.
How did you handle that?
I just wince. I just sit there and go, grrr.
You don't like sob?
No, I don't sob.
I had you for a crier.
Oh, no. I was a crier when I was a kid when I'd hear the ambulances go by because they were too loud. But not now. Now I'm a man.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Right. And so when they're cleaning up my dressing, I say, I'll take it like a man, and I do. But I tell them if there's a way, please don't do that. And so she said, okay, I'll try. Well, she starts cleaning it yesterday. I kid you not. And she goes, uh-oh, I think I'm going to get some cleaner in there. I'm like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. She goes, start talking about something else. And I'm like, I don't have anything else on my mind other than what you're doing right now. And she goes, well, you said you might be late to work today. What do you do?
Uh-oh.
And I said, I work in radio.
I talk. What do I do for a living? I talk for a living.
She goes, you work in radio? Oh, boy. What station do you work at? And I said, I work at 97.1 FM Talk. And she goes, what do you guys do? And I said, well, we talk. It's in the name of the station.
You're really running the risk of being like, I'm a huge Trump fan while she's got alcohol near your wound.
Tell me. I know about it. This happens. And so I said, well, we talk, and she's just trying to she doesn't care. She doesn't care about what I'm saying. She's just trying to get me talking while she's cleaning this thing up.
She's distracting you,
yeah.
It's a good nurse.
And she's doing a good job. And it's working, and she goes, the story goes in a place that you're not expecting because she asked a weird question. She goes, well, what do you guys talk about? I said, well, we talk about current events. She goes, oh, there's lots of current events always going on.
And I said, yeah. They're current.
Yeah, right.
You're like, no, we talk about electricity.
Right. we talk about science, ma'am.
We do not.
I said we goof off a lot though because gosh, everybody just needs it. Oh my gosh, yes, we all need that, don't we? She goes, what's the name of the show? I said it's the Annie Frey Show. And here's where I'm like, okay, now that's a
point of no return.
A question that I don't really get. She goes, and she's probably a little bit older than us. I'd say maybe late 40s, 50. She goes, Annie Frey Show. What does she look like?
What?
And I'm like,
she's a troll.
I'm like, what?
Super fat.
I don't know.
Yeah, what'd you say? You called me as 5 or 6?
I didn't do that yesterday. I've done that on the air. And so she says, oh, Annie Frey, huh? What does she look like? And I'm like, okay, first of all,
now I'm uncomfortable.
I don't really know what to do with that question.
I'd be like, you know what? Just put the alcohol in the wound. Let's just get this over with. It's time. Pour it right in that hole, right there.
I'd rather cry.
Yeah.
And I said, but I thought, you know what? She's actually doing a pretty good job because now I really am thinking about this question.
What
I'm not thinking about my arm.
How did you describe what I look like, Ryan?
And so here's where it gets a little weird because I had to answer the question.
I'm terrified. I'm gonna get off the screen here so you can't see my natural reaction.
So I says to the lady, I says, she's a blonde lady.
Thanks for not saying gray. She's a
She goes, "Oh, is that all?" I said,
that's all she's got.
That's all you're getting. Ma'am.
That's how you describe me?
That's what came to mind. I
blonde
said,
lady.
She's a blonde lady.
You know, there are people listening on the radio right now that have no idea what I look like.
I know.
What percentage of folks, that would be a good poll. I'd like to do that poll. Like, what percentage of you know what we look like?
That's why she said that. Because I said, why would
it's
you ask
radio.
that? She said, well, it's radio, and so many people don't look like what they sound like. And I said, do I look like what I sound like? And she's...
What?
I
You're not a radio person to her. You're like a TV person because she can see
I'm
and hear
in
you.
person. And that's what she said. She's like, I don't know. I'm looking at you. So, all this
You
to
should have
say,
been like, well, you don't look anything like what you sound.
right when on the phone, ma'am, you sounded completely different. Anyway, she did finish this up, and she did a pretty good job, although it is very itchy still.
I don't think that's her fault.
I think that's the system. That's the man's fault.
It is.
Yeah,
For sure, his
big
fault.
glue.
Big
Yeah,
G.
the old horse factory's fault.
You think she's going to listen to our show? You think she's listening right now?
I have no idea.
You want to tell her hi?
Hi, Carol.
Carol. What's she look like?
She's a brunette lady.
Did she sound like a Carol?
I don't know. You know, I was looking at her.
Melodic, almost harmonic.
It was a funky conversation because I seriously don't know that anybody's ever come up to me and goes, "What does Annie look like?"
Really?
And I've never had to answer the question.
I mean, folks, just Google it.
Yeah, we're out there.
It's
we're
out
on,
there.
We're
You
on
could
TV
actually
every
be
day.
watching live right now.
Right.
I am, in fact, a blonde lady. Lady feels a little old, though. I think you kind of maybe sold me down the river a little bit.
I know. I kind of felt bad about that, but I was in the midst of this procedure.
She's
Annie.
a blonde young woman. Very vibrant.
You should see her. She glows.
Thank you.
But the more I say like that, the more it feels weird too. So I'm in a no-win situation.
You should be like, I don't know. I don't really look at her.
I don't know. I've never seen her.
It's radio. She won't let me. All right. Yes, George, thank you for the comment on my teeth. I appreciate that very much. Your Ask Us Anything questions. What do we look like? Maybe we could all describe what each other look like when we come back. That sounds like really compelling radio. 314-241-9797. Text us AMA at 314-241-9797 with your question. We'll be right back.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-887-4333. 314-887-4333. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-887-4333.
Most sellers put their home on the market and just wait to see what happens. Hey, it's Mark Cox, and I'm with Gloria Liu, your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria, is there a better way to sell?
There is. Instead of listing your home the traditional way and hoping for the right buyer, I can get you up to 8 competitive cash offers right from the start. That means you're not guessing what your home might sell for. You're looking at the real offers and choosing the one that works the best for you. It also helps you to set the right price and create stronger demand if you decide to go to market. It gives you control, leverage, and a clear path forward before you accept just any offer. And remember, I'll guarantee to sell your home at 100% of the market value, or I'll pay you the difference.
Before you sell your home, see what your options are. Call the one I trust, Gloria Liu, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Annie Frey is St. Louis conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. It's Ask Us Anything. Next question here coming up in just a second. The question I just asked Ryan about was about his pick line that he has in his arm. Real quick, Brad, you've probably had a pick line before, have you?
I have not.
I've had heart attacks and
heart caths, but never a pick line. Nothing that stayed in.
I think he's one-upping you.
I've had 4 hard caths.
Heart cats? You said heart cats.
Yeah, heart cats. I heart cats.
Brad wins. Our YouTube text poll for today is: do you support a $250? Whatever. We're almost done. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? Yes or no? Ethan, do you support it?
No, it just feels unnecessary. It's just dumb, in my opinion. Like, I love it, but like, I feel like there's already like people. There, a lot of them are really dumb reasons, but there's already like so many different like, oh, I hate Trump because he does this or he does that. It just feels like an unnecessary thing to add something to that list.
Yeah, but you have a shirt that says "I heart cats."
I do. I don't think I.
Ethan, we just lie about each other. You got to play along.
Yeah, go with it. Pretend like you do.
What if I got home tonight and I opened up my drawer and the top thing just said "I love cats"?
I love cats.
Well, what if that just happened to be there?
Zoom on the shirt.
I would be terrified.
Ryan,
How
do you
did
have
he
any
know?
text messages up on the poll question before we get to Ask Us Anything?
Yeah, I'm going to read this one just because it says, guaranteed every 40-year-old male who listens to you has looked you up.
Ryan, that's not about the poll.
Oh, sorry.
40-year-old?
This says...
Why couldn't she go a little younger than that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love the 40-year-old men, 43-year-old men. One. I love one.
A lot of texts about the Trump $250 bill, and they're all over the board. You know, some people saying, yeah, they love it. One person I'm trying to look up said, if it's about having dead people on bills, then put Reagan on there.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good suggestion.
I just don't. I think it's such a it's not something that I'm going to be upset if it doesn't get done. And if it does get done, I would encourage people to not get upset that it does get done. It just seems like a completely avoidable. Don't you have other things going on in your life that you should get more worked up about, for or against?
I actually am.
I don't really care.
I'm with Ethan on this, and maybe not for the same reasons, but I'm a no on this poll. I don't think that he should be on the $250 bill simply because there's a reason why you have to be deceased to be on currency, and that is to create separation between when you were alive and what you did in this lifetime, and letting history reflect on what that was long enough to know whether you're worthy to be on currency. And I like that little buffer zone for a president or anybody else, for that matter, to have to live through the scrutiny of history and look back and go, actually, they are worth it.
Gosh, this is the most profound thing you ever said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carol, for your influence.
Next question. It's a legitimate question.
Next question.
Next question, please.
Next question on the Annie Frey Show.
My first question was going to be, what's that thing in your arm? And you answered that in the last segment. If you missed it, folks, you can get the podcast on the Odyssey app.
But we can go around the room if anybody else wants to answer that question.
What's in your arm? Freckles.
Freckles.
Blood. I got a couple bruises.
All right.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Me too, from co-ed YMCA volleyball. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that, Bruce?
No, we can't.
I just want you to know.
It's too small.
Shut
You're making
up.
too
It's
big
a
a
lump.
deal over this.
No, it's
we
not.
can't even
You
see.
see this bruise? We got
This
that
is
point.
so embarrassing
Right
what's
there.
happening right now.
YMCA volleyball, 8 p.m. co-ed with the church friends.
I think what you're saying is you didn't try hard enough based on that small bruise.
No, I tried probably harder than a 42-year-old woman should, to be honest. Next question.
Okay, if and when they bust Ethan for murder,
oh God,
who will?
I like that it's not if he does it; it's if he gets caught.
Who will play each of you in the movie?
Ethan, you pick. I already know who plays Ethan. Do you have somebody for you? Who would you want to play you?
I have no one for me. Who do you have?
I gotta Google his name. Hold on.
Oh, I can tell you who would play each of us.
Steve Harrington.
Yeah.
Steve Harrington.
Okay, duh.
What's his
I
name?
should have seen that
The
coming.
actor from Stranger Things.
Joe Keery.
Kiri. Yes, I follow him on Instagram because he's great. 100%. When my family watches Stranger Things, we don't call him Steve Harrington. We call him Ethan. And if you don't know what we look like, you should get on the YouTube channel right now and comment, yes, he looks like Steve Harrington, because he does.
I wish I had that jawline. Sheesh.
Well, just try a little harder. Go like this. You
Just need to clench a little harder.
Mew more or something.
In the Netflix documentary / fiction version of Ethan Kills Everybody and they made a movie about it, I would be played by Chris Pine.
I gotta Google these people. I don't know people. Chris Pine?
Brad would be
That
played...
is not accurate.
No, yes, it is. Brad would be played by Chris Pratt.
I'll take it.
Annie would be played by Chris Evans.
Thank you.
And Ethan...
He's the pretty one.
...would be played by Dionne Warwick.
You're ridiculous. Don't even worry about it, Ethan. Is that I Will Survive, lady?
I don't think so. I think she did some
Safe to
disco,
look
though.
up?
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, yeah.
You're fine.
She is 85. She's an 85
Oh, it's a
year old
woman.
beautiful black lady. She is stunning, impeccable
Interesting.
teeth.
Okay.
Who do you got, Ethan? This is your crime.
Yeah.
This is your world. We're all hopefully living in it.
That's the mystery.
In the Netflix series.
I'm going to go for Brad with Jesse Plemons.
Ooh, I like this.
Is that a guy?
I like it.
Jesse?
Yes. He is most well known probably for Friday Night Lights.
He's well known for a lot of things.
Okay, at least to me, that's what he's most known for.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, I'll take that.
For Annie, I will roll with Elizabeth Banks.
Which one is she?
Look her up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. She's pretty.
She
She's
was
prettier
in
than
Pitch
I am.
Perfect, Hunger Games. Oh, she's been in a lot of
Wet
stuff.
Hot American Summer.
Charlie's Angels?
Is she in that too?
Yeah, probably.
Walk of Shame. Yep, that tracks.
For Ryan, let's see. Short, balding.
Danny DeVito.
I'm going Danny DeVito.
Yep.
You know, like twins.
Yep. I know who Danny DeVito is. I don't think you need to reference the movie Twins. Like, who the hell is
Do you have
Danny
anybody
DeVito?
better than that?
Oh, Twins.
Oh.
For Ryan? No.
No?
That's literally it.
Is there an actor you think looks like you, Ryan?
Ricky Schroeder.
I'm not even Googling it.
Doesn't.
All right.
Wait, Ricky Gervais?
Ricky Gervais.
That would actually not be a bad one for Wiggins.
Okay.
The comedian.
Yeah. I got to look at him.
They're both funny. They're both
Okay.
conservative, I think.
I don't think so.
Well, he trashed Hollywood.
He just doesn't care.
Hollywood,
Dashing
so.
good looks, 64 years old. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Mario Van Peebles is another one I get compared to a lot.
Who is that? Is that like a Fabio guy or something?
Yeah,
Next
Flavio.
question. Is this the second segment? Okay, yes. Next question. Brad, you go.
Yeah, so I thought of this question as you were talking about this subject a little bit earlier. You said you get a little bit of joy whenever somebody goes flying by you on the freeway and then they get pulled over.
Van Peebles. No.
So,
I had to Google
What
that
just
person.
happened?
He just said Mario Van Peebles.
Who is that?
Mexican-American actor and director.
I thought he was black, actually. So
Sorry, Brad.
Anyway,
Go.
you were talking about how you get a little bit of pleasure when that dude flies by you on the interstate, and then you pass him a little bit later, and he's pulled over.
I don't think I've ever had that scenario.
Wouldn't you love it?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Wouldn't that be like a highlight of the year?
In fact, initially when I see those people fly by me, because it happens all the time on 70.
Do you slow down?
Usually,
back,
yes. I kind of clinch up a little bit. I'm like, oh gosh, just please get away from me. Get away from me.
But clenched up, huh?
So the crime is not by vehicle.
With my fists. I clench up with my fists on the steering wheel.
Okay.
Not in other areas.
So we know.
So you're just tied up here.
Yeah.
Brad?
In the upper body.
So my question is, why do you guys take it personally when somebody passes you on the interstate? Why not just...
It's not about
Because you
passing
think you're so great.
It's not about somebody passing you on the interstate. We're talking about the jerkwads that are driving 90 miles an hour and like coming out of nowhere and then coming up like right behind you. Even if you're driving in the middle lane and they're in the middle lane, they'll come up right behind you in the middle lane, get super close, and then make a 90-degree lane turn so that they can go zoom past you. That's a jerk. That's
extremely careless and
Yes.
extremely aggressive.
I think I'm just an object in your way. I'm not even a person. That's the
Or
way I feel.
If you're going 72 miles in the fast lane because the person in front of you is going 72 miles in the fast lane and they decide to come join you in the back seat of your car, like, what are you supposed to do? You're just going with the flow of traffic. I would like to drive faster than the 72 miles.
Right.
The person in front of me.
They veer around me. Am
Yeah.
I not a man?
So are you not?
Do I not
but
have
then,
feelings?
Are you not the person that is sitting in the back seat of the car doing 72 miles an hour in front of you? If you'd like to go
not
faster,
not if you are leaving a respectable, safe distance between the car that is in front of you that maybe would, God forbid, fit another car in front of you that these people will then slip in because you're leaving a safe distance behind. You're supposed to leave 2 seconds of distance behind the person that is in front of you.
I think it's more than that.
At minimum, in city driving, 4 seconds on the
okay.
highway. And
I
you're
was going to say, they told me 5 in driver's ed.
Well,
I remember that.
that's because
I'd never follow that.
That's because we were learning how to drive in the 90s.
Right.
But you're supposed to leave distance in front of the car. There should be probably, realistically, at least 2 cars width of people
so.
on the highway. But naturally, people are going to fill in there. And then you're going to have to scoot back again. Like, why is another person who's if you're going with the flow of traffic and the left lane is driving faster than the center lane or the right lane, why does somebody else get to pull up and cut you off in front? That's unsafe.
why not just move over and let them go by?
Because I'm moving as fast as the fast traffic is moving. Why do I need to get out of that guy's way?
Well, obviously he's right behind you, and it's making
And
you
unsafe.
uncomfortable.
No. It's unsafe driving.
Well, unsafe.
It's not about my emotions. It's about unsafe driving.
Okay, but
It's
then
all
why?
about my emotions.
But time out. Then why keep
You
yourself
shut
in the
up.
unsafe position? Why not? Same thing. Why not just move over and let that person go?
I think we know who the jerk driver is here.
That jerk driver
No,
is a
I'm
jerk.
Just to be clear, we're
I'm just
talking
trying to-
about we're not talking about moving over to the center lane if no one's in front of us. We're
No.
talking about if someone's
There's
in front of
6
us.
cars
Even if somebody's
piled
in
up.
front of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
But he's not tailgating you. You're not in the unsafe
I don't
position
care. No,
any longer.
if someone's tailgating me like that and they're like absolutely flooring it, and I'm not driving at super slow speed in the
You're
left
going
lane,
with the
I'm
speed of
like,
traffic.
I'm
Wait.
like, my mindset is looking in my rearview mirror and say, "Screw you, buddy."
But that's personal now. Why is it personal?
Because the guy behind you's a jerk making it personal.
But you have
It's
an
not Ethan
But
who's
you
the
have an
jerk.
opportunity to remove yourself from the unsafe situation and let that guy go be somebody else's problem. Why not just do that instead of just sitting there and seething and getting yourself all worked up about it?
Because it's personal. Because it's fully personal.
Because it hurts my feelings.
Because I don't like this guy now.
Yeah.
I was doing my job.
Well, why would I
was
give him the satisfaction of being able to
It's
pass
not about.
me?
It's not about giving him the satisfaction.
It is to me.
It is right. What if your problem
Don't
with
tell
him?
me how I feel.
If your problem with him, as Annie has articulated, and I'm assuming yours is the same, if your problem with that driver is that they are being unsafe and that's why it's making you mad, why leave yourself in a position where you are continue to be in an unsafe position? Why not get out of that position?
At that point, I don't know if it's an unsafe thing because they're being slowed down to the pace of traffic.
Yeah,
it's more so an
but they're following you
unsafe thing
closely,
to me
right?
if they're veering through traffic and absolutely flooring it. But if they'd slow down, then it's not that I feel unsafe at that point.
but they're tailgating you.
Yes.
And if they're not tailgating
Why are you
anymore,
advocating for this guy?
well, I'm not advocating
why
for
are
this
you
guy.
defending the guy
Because
speeding down the interstate?
what I'm advocating for is
These are like the class
is
A-holes.
why are you leaving yourself in a position that continues to annoy you and make you feel unsafe whenever there's an option for
I'm
you
not
to
the
do
one
it?
annoying me.
And also, are you?
He's annoying.
Are you?
But you can
are you
remove him from that situation by just letting him go. Even
No,
if
you
they're just
can't.
right in
There
front
are
of you.
people that are in front
There's
of
still
you.
But
people
he's
in
not
front of me.
tailgating you anymore. You are not unsafe
And,
anymore.
Like 98% of the time that happens, there's a pile up in the middle lane. Otherwise, everybody's going in the middle lane anyway.
that's
So
true.
there is nowhere to get over.
He will have passed in the
Yes.
middle lane and floored
Yes.
it past me already if it's open.
And then he's gone.
No, there's nowhere to go.
If the middle lane's open, yeah, he would be gone. So it wouldn't matter because
If there's
that's when the clinching comes in.
If there's a 72 mile an hour pileup in the left lane and the center lane is open, I guarantee you I'm not staying in the left lane in a pileup. I am moving over and I'm going at the speed that I want to without tailgating people and making a scene about it.
Here's the
also
other thing. That guy's either driving a 2026 Maserati or a 1994 Ford Tempo.
With a donut
no
on
in
it.
between.
There's no
in between.
Tire.
I'm
one of those
I'm
two.
also way more willing to find a way to get out of the way if I'm like going 72 and they're like coming from going like 80 rather than like 95 and trying to veer through. Like if they're being a disrespectful driver to everyone on the road, then part of me's like, no, why would I give you the benefit? But if they're being a little more careful, then like I at least respect that they're not like going all over the place. I might be more
it's a
willing to move
respect
over.
thing at that point?
I think so, yeah.
And your job is to make sure that everybody's respectful?
No, it's
my
not.
job to make sure I feel respected.
Okay. So why is it so personal to you?
I just told you. We just went through all of this.
Well, Brad, you too can listen to the podcast after Brian puts it up on the Odyssey
again,
app.
and nobody has given me a valid reason other than it makes me happy to keep that person back there. To just not
Do we
just
not
get out of
live
the
in
way.
a society?
Okay.
Just get out
They
of the way.
might not be valid to you, but they are to us.
100%. And we're talking about being in the fast lane in a pileup where you can't move over into the lane to the right because there's a pileup there, there's traffic, and Mr. Big Shot wants to come be an unsafe driver in the fast lane with nowhere to go.
1994 Ford.
Yeah.
Tempo.
That was fun.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking this guy's in like a Hummer or something oversized.
Now I hate this person even more.
And
I'm going to
compensatory.
go slower in the left lane when I go home now.
More of your questions when we come back. 314-241-9797. Give us something to fight about. We got to put this one on the shelf and revisit it another time.
Keep texting.
Keep texting. 314-241-9797. It helps Ryan to highlight the AMA questions. If you start it with a capital AMA, keep them brief. Leave us your name, too, if you want to. We'll shout you out. We'll be right back.
What if everything you learn in history class was only half the story? I'm Dr. Harini Bhatt, host of Hidden History. Every Monday, I go where history gets mysterious. Vanished civilizations, doomsday prophecies, paranormal phenomena, and events that science still can't fully explain. On Hidden History, I treat these moments like open case files. Not myths, not superstition, just incomplete explanations waiting for a closer look. Listen to and follow Hidden History, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer is on the way, or should I say the heat in St. Louis, it's on its way. Be here before we even know it. If you haven't had your air conditioners checked and set up and ready to go for this cooling season, or if you were told you might need a new one, or you just think this is the time of the year, this year is the time to just go ahead and replace it. Prices are down, 0% financing is available. It's still the best time to call me. Don't put it off. One easy number in Missouri and Illinois. It is 314-293-2600. Again, that's 314-293-2600 in Missouri and Illinois, or on the internet, bartinman.com. That is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
It is 2:35. If it was 10:35, you'd be listening to Brian Kilmeade right now. But you can see Brian Kilmeade live on November 21st at the Factory. You can get tickets by going to 971talk.com, 971talk.com/events.
I see what you did there.
Thank you very much. It was very professional. We should not point it out. Brian Kilmeade live at the factory November 21st. Get your tickets at our website, 971talk.com. It is 2:36 now. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
25 years strong. 97.1 FM Talk. St. Louis Conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. A little Ask Us Anything to wrap up our Friday show before the roundtable and the Mark Reardon Show gets in here. So if you have questions for us, you can text them to us at 314-241-9797, 314-241-9797. Ryan, what do you got?
From the chat line, or from the text line, I should say, this is for Annie.
Oh, boy.
Would you rather listen to someone chomp on corn nuts or know a spider is lurking in your room while you sleep?
Crap. What if it's the spider that's chomping on corn nuts and I step on it and take care of two things?
You'd have to be wearing shoes, because if that spider has teeth and is eating corn nuts, it's huge.
Listen to someone eat or be in a room knowingly with a spider?
Yes.
Is there a time frame of that I have to listen to someone eat? I don't want to be in a room with a spider. God dang it, corn nuts.
Okay. Answers that question.
Man, I don't know what else could be in that equation where I would pick listening to someone eat. I just remove myself from the situation anytime that happens now. I can't handle it. Misophonia, it's a real thing. Look it up.
Here's the next question from the text line. Who on the show would most likely be a secret CIA agent?
What do you think? Brad, you have a thought?
It wouldn't be me.
It'd be Ryan.
It would not be me. I would be
fight about it.
I would be some kind of agent. I would not be a CIA agent, because the CIA drives me freaking crazy.
That's exactly what a CIA agent would say.
No, you're right.
I think that's what a CIA agent would say.
I do too.
I think it'd be.
He's too calm and collected. I think it's Brad.
I would like to be in the CIA. I'll pick me. I want some of those gold bars.
So we're all married to teachers. Have you heard that government agents look for teachers? Have you heard this before?
Is there more to that sentence?
Because they're better, they're good at research, and they're diligent, and they're good at dealing with people, and they say that somebody who is a teacher has one of the best resumes to be a secret agent.
Probably at specific purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Jared?
Make better money.
Go do your thing.
Terry.
Go be an investigator.
Yeah. Just trying to imagine.
I know.
Terry
I
as a
picture
CIA.
my wife I don't know.
You got another one? Brad, do you have another one?
I'm pulling one up right now.
Okay, let's just sit here and wait for research. I have one. What's the next place you're flying? Mine is Florida. What? Do you not know?
I think it is Florida. Well, we were supposed to go. Here's the thing. Because of this stupid hospital visit, we were supposed to go on vacation last week. No, it would have been this week.
You'd be there now.
I'd be back by now, but it was this week.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were supposed to be in Pigeon Forge with some friends. We had to cancel that vacation. So unfortunately, I guess we're going to have to schedule a different one. The kids were pretty disappointed. I was too, of course, but I felt bad because the kids were so excited about it.
Next place you're flying? Florida.
Florida.
Same. Not with you, though. Brad?
No.
The name of the city is escaping me, but it's in Mexico. It's where everybody goes.
Cancun,
there it is. In February of next year, because I got a friend that's getting married and wants me to be in his wedding, and it's a destination wedding, so Terry and I are flying to Cancun.
Cool. Here's the next question from Info Dude. With recent events surrounding RFK Jr., who would you call if you needed to wrangle a snake? Who on the show would you call? And then who in real, like, not on the show would you call?
To wrangle a snake?
Yeah.
I guess I'd call Brad. He seems like the most obvious choice. And then I would call you, Annie. And then Ethan last.
See, I would not. Snakes don't bother me the way spiders do, but I do not want to hang out with snakes. I don't want to hold a snake. I don't want to be around a snake. None of that. But I know that if I had to protect my children from a snake, that I would absolutely be able to do it or die trying. Sorry, kids. I don't know. I need to know more about Ethan's ability to do stuff like that. Can he handle that type of stuff?
I don't think so. I don't think Ethan would claim that he can.
Brad, do you like snakes?
Do I like snakes? No, I don't like snakes. But if I were calling anybody, I'd call me. I mean, I'd just go do it and take care of it.
Hey, me. Come take care of business.
Like, oh, man, here's
Okay.
a snake. I guess I got to take care of it because who else is going to do it?
Who would you call in real life? Ryan.
My brother, probably.
Yeah.
He's a man about town. He knows how to handle these things. I'm sorry. There's a question that has come in on our text line.
A man about town. Brad, who are you calling?
If I'm not doing it,
Are you calling you no matter what?
yeah, I'm just.
You're
gonna
not
do it.
asking anyone to
No,
help you with a snake.
I've done it before. I'll do it again. It's not a big deal.
I'm getting Jared. 100%.
I probably would call Jared.
You should call Jared. It can only be Jared.
Mhm.
Yeah, he'd do it. And then he'd act the whole time like, what?
Like, this is annoying.
What?
Why can't anybody do this?
Yeah. It's okay. I love it about him because I have a man who can handle things. I appreciate that.
What? Go on.
I'm just a blonde lady talking.
You're just some blonde lady. Yeah, she's a blonde lady.
Did someone have another question here? What do you got?
All right. This is such a specific question, but it's a good one.
Okay. Who's
All
it
right.
for?
Tristan signed this one.
Okay, Trist.
Tristan says, I am assuming they're listening in this small office trailer. They said we work in a very small office trailer. But in the office of said trailer is the bathroom.
Small trailer includes a bathroom.
And
This is your job.
Maybe it's on site somewhere.
I was gonna say,
I don't know,
are you working on a
construction or
site?
what, but
Can we
it
come
says-
visit you?
It says when people need to come and go to the bathroom, they come into the trailer.
Okay.
Should I leave to make them more comfortable? Or should I stay in there and have to hear everything?
I mean, are they pooping in there too?
That's what he's saying. He said, either way, it's kind of awkward because if I leave, they know why. And if I stay, they're listening. I'm listening to everything.
Brad, you want to take this one first?
Yeah, just take a smoke break, man. Even if you don't smoke, just take a smoke break. Let them have their peace and quiet.
I don't know.
Such an odd question.
I would say, Tristan, you would have to stay because if you're the only bathroom, wouldn't you have to leave a lot? I mean, aren't there people coming in going quite a bit?
I would say that I would leave to make me more comfortable. I don't know that I really am worried about that. Ethan, are you sticking around in the
small trailer
small
bathroom?
studio bathroom community area while someone's pooping while Ryan has to, You're leaving. Yeah. Seems like it's time to take a smoke break.
Okay.
Do you have another question?
Yeah, this is also from the text line. It says, are people who ask you to be... This is really apropos. Are people who ask you to be in weddings in other places blank holes?
Brad? Brad, there's an obvious answer to this. Just
No,
throw
he's
it out
my
there.
friend.
There you go. Good.
I like being there for my friends.
Exactly.
No, not at all. You don't have to go. And I think if it's a destination wedding and it's not in the cards for you, you just say, you know what, I really appreciate it, but I don't think I can make that work. And then everybody moves on.
That is the tough thing, though, because it's hard to say, no, I can't go. Like, if you're just like, look, it's kind of expensive, I can't go because I can't afford it. It's tough to do because you probably can afford it, but you'd have to make sacrifices elsewhere to do it.
I mean, not necessarily. It's probably thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
If you're talking about airfare and lodging and everything. And if you can't go, like if they're really your friends, they should understand what they're asking of you. And they should not want to put you in a position where you would feel financially irresponsible to do that. I mean, good grief. I used to see, it was kind of maybe 5 years after the dozen weddings that I was involved in, where all of a sudden it was like the bachelorette party was in Vegas or in Florida or maybe in Mexico, and then there was the baby showers and not baby showers, but bridal showers. Like everything was so expensive. And there was just an expectation that you would pay for all these things, and I never could have afforded that. Plus, there was one summer where I was in 4 or 5 weddings, including my own, and it would not have been tenable to do that. But I will say, in my older age, I am all about a close family destination wedding that is smaller. That I'm all for it. I'd rather take a little weekend trip and enjoy some time off than be involved in the big local wedding. I don't know. It has to be for somebody really close to you, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he asked me to do that, he asked that question. He's like, hey, getting married in Cancun, would love for you to come down, be my best man, that sort of thing. And that was exactly the same time that the cartels were shooting it out in Cancun with...
Did you get a discount?
I didn't.
Did you try?
I'm like,
you really missed the boat.
Are you sure you want to go to Cancun? Are you sure about that?
You get a coupon for a free drink.
Yeah, we already got our spots. Okay. It's a hard yes because I wanted to make sure that would calm down a little bit.
You were going to be the enforcer.
No, I didn't want to go down there and get shot at or caught in the crossfire.
Okay. Did you answer?
Any
problem with
I
destination
did.
weddings?
It seems like you pretty much have to do it. I would have a hard time saying no.
All right, well, we can take a few more questions here when we come back. 314-241-9797. You can text us and let us know if you've got a question you want us to answer. And let us know on the YouTube poll. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? Yes or no? He can't be on it right now by law because he's still living. And there are 2 rules. You cannot be a living person to be on currency, and they have to include "In God We Trust." So their system is not set up right now for that to even be able to happen. But would you support it if it were? We'll give you the results and a few more Ask Us Anythings next. Hold on. HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com, 314-271-9900, 314-271-9900. Matt Hayes is the owner of Home Shield Foundation Repair. And if you visit their website at HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com, you are going to be able to learn about all the different things that they can provide for you. And they can do a lot of things for you right now. It can include restabilizing settled foundation. If you've got cracks showing in your walls, they use a system like piering that will go above and beyond rectifying the situation to make sure your foundation is stable once again. If you have uneven concrete at the patios and the walkways at your house, at your place of business, Home Shield Foundation Repair can restore that even level area and make sure that it isn't a safety hazard for you or for your customers anymore. Reach out to Home Shield Foundation Repair at 314-271-9900, 314-271-9900, and tell them Annie sent you. You'll reach out to Matt Hayes, the locally owned and operator of Home Shield Foundation Repair, and get to know some great people who do really great work. 314-271-9900, HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
Hey, St. Louis, this is Brian Kilmeade. You know, I always have a great time when I visit you guys, and I'm coming back this November. So join me, Brian Kilmeade, by getting tickets for the show at The Factory at 971talk.com/events.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm handles hundreds of crash cases involving semi-trucks every year. A crash case involving semis is much different, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can leave lots of money on the table. Many times there is separate insurance for the cab and for the trailer. Sometimes there are actually layers of other insurances and excess insurance that some lawyers may not know about because they don't see that many cases. We see these cases every day. Also, there are federal laws governing the hours a driver may drive in a 24-hour period and logs that are required. A crash case involving a semi-truck is a totally different animal than a simple car crash. We have lawyers who only handle these cases. It's all they do. Rolling the dice with the wrong law firm can be disastrous. Call us on your cell phone at Pound Law, pound 529. It's so easy. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The Annie Frey Show is St. Louis conservative.
All right, we're going to get the results to that poll today. Do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial, yes or no, on the YouTube channel? You can vote there. Text us your AMA questions as well. Ask us anything at 314-241-9797. Brad, what's your question?
Oh, here it is. Excluding you, who would be your spouse's favorite personality on 97.1?
Jared, text me. Answer the question for yourself.
Who is Katie's favorite personality? It's probably, just based on number of times referenced, it would probably be Annie. Yeah. Because she'll bring up stuff that we've talked about. She'll listen a lot more in the summer.
She's my best friend.
So, like, during the school years, she can't listen much. But during the summer, she'll catch us once in a while, and she'll ask about something.
Do we ever make her laugh?
Probably about as often as I do, which is to say no. I can't figure her out. It's probably why I'm married to her.
Because you're still trying.
I can't figure out what makes her laugh and what doesn't. I'll have an idea sometimes of this, but I'll do something that'll just catch her, and she'll die laughing.
You ever really disappoint her?
Oh, I'll say stuff all the time that I'm like, oh, that's a good one, and she is not taking the bait. So I don't know. I can't figure her out.
Is it because she does she want to keep you honest? You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
Like,
yeah.
She wants to make you work for it a little bit.
She wants to make me work for it, and she knows my sense of humor so well that she can see it coming a mile away, which is the worst thing in humor. If you can see it coming, it's not funny.
Yeah,
and
you're supposed to be driving comfortably down the road, and all of a sudden...
Yeah. Or you know what? What bothers me the most is that she knows the type of joke I'm going to tell in a situation. She knows if I'm going to tell something that's just really witty, or if I'm just going to drop something and know that, oh, she's not going to get it now, but she'll get it later. And she knows that I'm doing that. Like, all of that. And I'm like, stop. You can't categorize my jokes.
I'm unpredictable.
Yeah.
Brad, what about you?
Terry's favorite person is Sue Thomas. She loves her some Sue Thomas.
Everybody loves Sue Thomas.
Yeah.
Except for Katie, apparently. Can't stand her.
She's got a real beef with Sue Thomas.
Like, literally nobody has a beef with Sue Thomas because she's the best. I think that Jared, I don't know. I'm just going to say Ethan because he's the one not in here. Not picking one of you two sitting here looking at each other and me.
That's fair.
I think, although I think he might pick Ethan because Ethan has a way of holding all three of us accountable. And he's the young gun in here, and so I think he probably appreciates that.
This one's from a listener. It says, what is something you hated as a kid but love as an adult?
Salad.
That's a good answer.
That's a really good answer.
That's a good answer.
I do enjoy as a good salad. What else you got? Anything?
Casserole.
We're going to not go out? Are we going to go out? We're going to not go out? What are we going to do?
We got
Okay. You can put it up. We've jumped in the pool. We're wet. Let's just go. I don't know, salad. Sleep. Going to bed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's the best one there is,
Hey,
right?
going out and doing stuff.
No, I used to like that. Now I don't want to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's staying home.
Oh, yeah, staying home. There you go. Put it in the positive.
Yeah, exactly. The YouTube live chat poll: do you support a $250 bill featuring President Donald Trump for the Semiquincentennial? 200 votes, 66% say yes. So that's just 2/3 of our audience. It's not the traditional 90-10 issue here on the Annie Frey Show. That's very interesting. Also, keep it right here for the Mark Reardon Show coming up. The Washington Nationals, they fired that executive that said that they are discriminating against Trevor Williams, the Christian pitcher. It's the Roundtable with Mark Reardon Show next on 97.1 FM Talk.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
Don't fall into the trap of doom jobbing when you're looking for work. That's when you spend all day using the same resume on hundreds of job applications.
A one-size-fit-all resume doesn't work.
Michelle Reisdorf of the Robert Half Company says tailor your resume to a job you actually want and then be sure to follow up.
Old school, picking up the phone, calling, following up on your resume submission.
I'm Rob Hart.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.